It's none of my business. I figure you're here to negotiate. Am I right?
You're amazing. You figured this all out already.
It's none of my business. I figure you're here to negotiate. Am I right?
All right. This is King Bucho. Welcome to BDA Boxing, the Wilder versus Fury edition. Did it start yet? Because I was checking the top rank stream. Nothing seems to be happening yet. On Rebel Boxing Talking News, Mark says, I am mega hyped. Listen, I haven't been this hyped up for a fight, like I said, in a long time. Probably Canelo Golovkin, the first fight. And before that, probably Fernando Vargas against Felix Trinidad. December 2nd, 2000. Let me start sending out some links and opening the phone lines. Guys, if the sound is too low or too high, let me know so I can fix it. All right, we have Stu on the line. Stu.
Hang on a sec, Butcher. Give me a minute.
No problem. No problemo.
Little fucking trolls, 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 little fucking trolls.
He's always getting
This is the fucking guy
do.
that said he
Very
got
good.
you. No.
I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit.
James Doherty says, this is the biggest heavyweight fight since, let me think, AJ versus Ruiz, Wilder versus Fury, the first fight, or Daniel Dubois flattening that jab. Jesus. I don't know if you're being sarcastic. Triple JJJ says, what the fuck? Jimmy Nealon says, weight predictions. Let's play that game. You're right. Weight predictions. Weight predictions. So, you know, they're saying that Fury's gonna come in heavier than the first time. So, would it be crazy to think that Tyson Fury comes in at 270? Let's play that game, because we're gonna find out soon. Tyson Fury above or below 270? Chris Gonzalez says Tyson Fury 285. Virtuoso says Fury 265. Mark Boxell Wilder 220. That makes sense. Unravel Boxing Talking News says Fury 258 and Wilder 219. Well, then that means that Wilder was
I'm
fucking
gonna go.
lying.
I'm gonna go with Fury at 267. Fury.
Let me write this shit down.
Wilder could be 225. That's just a guess.
What'd you say?
267 for Fury, I think, and 225 for Wilder.
Okay. So that's Stu saying this. Mark said Wilder 219 and Fury 258. What else are people saying? Steven Schneider says Fury 272. Oh, Jesus. So above 270. This guy's crazy. 270. This guy called 270 pounds says Fury 276. All right, that's pushing it, man. And Wilder 208. Holy shit. Stu, are you hyped up? I heard you just bought the fight, so that's good. You no worries now. You paid for it. By the way, guys, I'm looking at Bet365. The odds are like the same. Negative 110. Negative 110 for those of you in the US. Decimal. What do you guys use in UK? Fractional? 10. Well, divided by 11. 10, 11. I don't know how the fuck you say that shit.
I ordered the fight just before I come on this show, actually, because I was a bit worried about ordering it with my card, because last time I did it, BT Sports was quite new, and I had to ring up and order with my card, and obviously because my card got someone took £320, didn't they? £312 out of my my card, and I think they hacked me into it or something.
So wait, so how did you pay it?
Huh?
How did you pay it?
Well, there's a new system, and I went online to check, and if you've booked before online, you can do it through your bill. So I went onto the Sky box office and ordered it through that for some reason, and they put me onto the BT bit, and then I just put my card details in, my Sky viewing card details in, and then it says continue, and I press continue, and it says you've ordered the fight, and it was going to be put onto my bill. So, which is a bit better for me. I don't mind using my card, but I don't want to be doing it online. Do you know what I mean? So, and before,
Yeah.
I don't think you could bring BT up like you could Sky and just order it online. I don't think you could do that before. So, thankfully, I've just ordered it, and yeah, because I didn't want to. I was dreading watching it on a stream, because this is not a fight you want to be missing a second of, because like I said.
Yeah.
It could be that, the fight freezes, and then all of a sudden Wilder's about to land a clean shot, or or vice versa sort of thing. It's just not a fight you want to be, because it's going to be tense, and you're going to be edge of your seat stuff. I think you want it in the best quality, don't you?
Absolutely. Absolutely. Especially if you have a connection that's not reliable. I mean, I think you have issues with your connection sometimes, so why take a fucking risk? Hell, fucking no. And especially this time around, and like I'm telling you, somebody's going down. All right, somebody's fucking going down. You don't want to miss a second.
Yeah, Mark Boxio. Yes, I can order from that my remote, but the room on the doghouse, I call it. I've got a room where I've got basically where my PlayStation is, big widescreen TV and all that. Like, children as well. I can go and smoke a spliff and stuff in the house. Do you know what I mean? Without, and that's got a multiplayer box. It can still do the same job, but you can't order for your remote on that. And like I said, I don't want to watch it in there where I can't have a smoke and all that and chill. And obviously I'll have to leave the dogs outside as well, because I can't leave my dogs alone for fucking 2 minutes. Do you know what I mean? They wreck the place. So it's easier for me to watch it in there. So I just put it on the I did it on the line instead. But it doesn't, like I said, don't matter to me. As long as it's on my fucking TV on Saturday night, I don't mind. So I'm looking forward to it, mate. First time I've been excited to watch a fight for a long time.
When was the last time?
Last time was probably, because Joshua Ruiz didn't even give me this sort of excitement. I just didn't get that feeling with it. Do you know what I mean? I thought Joshua was that poor in the first fight. And I just lost a bit of confidence in the man. You've only got to listen to the shows that I was on before the second fights. And I didn't have any confidence in this man. Yeah, he proved me wrong. Yeah, he did, but that didn't give me that feeling. I mean, Canelo Golovkin 1 gave me that sort of excitement. What was another one? The Wilder Fury 1 as well. I'd have to go back to that. I said, I'm quite I'm quite a miserable fucker now when it comes to boxing. It takes a lot to excite me. I can't just sit there and do star jumps at every fight I watch. Do you know what I mean? don't get excited like that. I want to see, because I'm tired of mismatches and fucking ducking. I'm at the end of my tether with boxing, so it's going to take something special to get me up for the occasion, and like this is one of those events.
Absolutely. Yeah, like you said, listen, lately there hasn't been that much happening in boxing. And I mean, fuck, and we do have to make some boxing shows here and there because that's the whole point of the channel. But sometimes we're like, what the hell are we gonna talk about? I mean, sure, we could talk about like fantasy matchups and shit like that, but there's nothing better than talking about an actual fight that's going to happen that you don't know what's going to happen, and I mean, that's much better. Basically, what I'm trying to say than fantasy matchups. It is happening. This is real. The hype is real. Anything can happen. This isn't Floyd Mayweather against Robert Guerrero on pay-per-view. Okay? This is a real fucking fight. Let's go to the chat. Oh, by the way, people,
Yeah,
the phone.
like
Yeah.
I said, I'm starting to believe that Joshua is number 3. You know, I just, even with the build up to this fight, I just didn't get that excitement with the build up with Joshua, because Joshua's so dull, isn't he? I mean, fucking talk a glass eye sleep, can't he?
Mm-hmm.
And this same old sound bites, humble, innit? Humble. Yeah, got to be humble. And I'm tired of that bullshit, man. I've enjoyed the build up. I mean, I watched Tyson Fury shut down this fucking moron on Fox. But he tried to make it out that this was fucking Max Schmeling v Joe Lewis the way he was going on. Do you know what I mean? This was, and Tyson Fury shut him down. This ain't about race. This is about the 2 best fighters.
Oh, that was
on the
pathetic.
planet.
Did you see
Yeah,
that?
I mean, corny American reporters just bringing up race in every fucking chance they can get. What is it with them, man?
So, guys,
obsessed with the fucking race talk. I mean, Tyson Fury's named after Mike Tyson. I mean, so I enjoyed that, the way Tyson's exciting to watch, isn't he? And like I said, Wilder's been. He made me laugh earlier when Wilder said, "Fucking," I burst out laughing. The first time Wilder's made me laugh, I think, when Wilder said, "Well, you people think I'm one-dimensional." He says, "Why don't I invite you in the ring and let me do that one trick on you and see how it goes?" Do you know what I mean? That's true, mate. At the end of the day, you don't have to be an all-round fighter in boxing. It's a myth. You don't have to be a slickster. You don't have to be, be able to punch with both hands and be able to switch stances. That's boxing snobs, that is. Feeding you that bullshit, the sweet science bullshit. No, what you do, if you do something world class, just stick to what you know. It's like Carl Froch. Carl Froch technically was poor to watch. He just used to get things wrong, didn't he? His feet were all over the place. But he did what he did best, and that was heart and determination. He had a big right hand. He had a nice right hand, and he could jab a little bit, and he just stuck to the basics. And look where it got him.
Hey man, it's just like Food Critic. Go ahead.
Why would Wilder? Hang on a sec. Why would Wilder want to complicate things? Wilder's not like I said, his boxing IQ is not that high. If Mark Breland can't teach you things, then that tells me that but he doesn't need a high boxing IQ when he has a right hand like that. And let's be real, if you keep trying something, you're going to get quite good at it. And if he has mastered that right hand. He has that, and that's bowed him out. So if you try to complicate things with Wilder, you could get him knocked out. Like I think if Wilder went with the Manny Stewart game plan, it'd get him knocked out. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
So what's up, guys? I'm jumping in real quick because I'm going to jump right back off. Just want to hop on and make a quick announcement because I'm about to announce my very first motion as new Supreme Commander of the Trivia Show. I'm ordering a matchup this month. Within this month, if we can get it, we're going right to it, man. Recognize Indelboy is going to be the next fucking matchup for the belt coming up. You heard it here first. Winner of that, mandatory challenger, the boogeyman in the division, Mark.
You are the Supreme High Commissioner.
I am the Supreme High Commander. I am making the matchups. And Daddy, is all fates have changed. That's all we can say. All fates have changed. Recognize his belt is on the line next. Mark has got a shot after that. And I'm putting Johnny Boy and Gonzalo in an Ultimate Redemption match. Not a win between the two of them. Who's going to get their first win? That's what I want to see. So those are the 3 matchups coming up next on Trivia TKO. Everybody stay tuned.
If anybody can contact Del Boy, please let him know that he has to face their champion.
Spoke to him yesterday
Oh,
about
okay.
this. He's all square. Just mention it to recognize, he's on here often enough that
Yeah,
I'm sure scheduling won't be a problem.
absolutely
Just
not.
mention it to him later on. And yeah, we're going to get this fucking thing on the road, baby. Fast tracking it. You guys have been waiting too long. We're going to give it back to you. And with that note, I'm jumping off. I got dinner ready. Gonna eat. Just gonna listen in for the rest of the night. Guys, have a good night.
All right, take care.
Look,
That was
Wild, because
Revolution.
I've got the live weigh-in on BT Sports at the moment. I've got it on.
Yeah.
David A thinks he's on Miami Beach with his fucking sunglasses on.
Oh,
Um,
okay, I don't like the guy.
But Wilder's like, I don't know if he's faking it for the cameras, but he's actually pretending to be asleep on his wife's fucking shoulder at the moment. Giving it the Lennox Lewis. You know how Lennox Lewis was calm. Tyson.
What?
Tyson Fury's mocking him. No, you got to watch it, man. You got to watch.
I'm watching the Top Rank stream. You have Sean Porter, Brian Kenny, and this other guy. So I guess it's the ESPN version of the stream. Very interesting. The way it's about to. Well, I don't know when it's gonna take place. Though. I mean, obviously it started at 6:15, but this might take like an hour. So let's keep on having some predictions over here in the chat. And the phone lines are open. Don't be shy. The number is on your screen. Call in. Give us your prediction for the fight, or just talk to us about how you're feeling, basically. Because the hype is real. The hype is here.
Look, if you're not hyped for this fight, then you're not a boxing fan. You've got no business being listening to this show. You just got no business listening to any boxing show if you're not hyped for this fight. The only fighter, Anthony Joshua, fangirl. Let's be real. They're the only ones that have got to be in their bonnet about this fight.
Yeah.
Like,
You're
even when I've been reading some of the comment sections and some of the Joshua fans. Oh, this ain't the biggest fight. Joshua made so much money in Saudi, and that don't make it a big fight. Just because a rich Arab decides to give you 85 million to fight Ruiz, that doesn't mean it's a big fight. It means just that an Arab's got a lot of money to spend, and he spent it on you. That's basically what that was. That doesn't make it a big fight. Ruiz Joshua was a big fight, but I don't think it had this sort of attention. It didn't. Joshua's not a big name in the States. He's not. It's not big.
No.
When Joshua fans are arguing with me, I'm saying he's a bigger name than Fury in the States. I just can't get that.
Someone's
I don't
saying,
see.
Stop crying, Stu. We're not crying over here. Jesus Christ, man! You guys just twist everything.
No, well, the thing is, they don't get passion. I don't get passion. I don't know. Some of these, like I said, some of these guys are fucking clowns. Boxing fans are the worst forms of human life, and for real. It's just like being in a sewer full of rats. But that's what you're dealing with. But we put up with it for the love of the sport.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, this is what happens when you do a show and you come on air. You have to deal with these sort of fucking clowns. But,
Red Club Milton says, "I'm crying." That's right. Fuck, man. Boxing Known says too. Don't you think this fight is detracted by the third fight? Do you think this fight is detracted by the third fight? What do you mean by detracted by the third fight? Like it's not important?
I don't know. I don't know what he's on about. But going for the third fight, I mean, I don't want to think about a third fight right now. Like I said, with me, like I said, I don't even want to see Canelo Golovkin again. So I'm not one for trilogies. Never have been. I mean, I think two's enough. It gets quite the build. Got to remember when there's a fight, it's a big build up to it as well. And you just get tired of seeing the same guys in there. And like I said, when they keep fighting, they sort of get to know each other so well. They sort of like nullify each other as well. And it, like I said the other day on the show, I don't think I've seen. I think I said it but last week or something. I don't think I've seen a rematch that's been better than the first one. I mean, I can't really remember. There's one here and there, but and as for trilogies, you've only got to look back. There's been barely any trilogies at a world level. You know, you're talking a handful in history. So I'm not one for trilogies. I think two's enough. I think if you can't decide who the better man is in two fights, then just say you're even and just move on. Because, like I said, while they keep fighting each other, the Joshua fight's getting further away. You know, we want to see these belts being unified. We want to see one champion, like Deontay Wilder likes to say. And we're not going to get that if they keep fighting the same fucking guys. I mean, what trilogy are you going to get next? Fucking Ortiz Wilder 3? I mean, come on, man. When does it stop?
All right, we have a phone call. 510, you're on the air. 510.
What's up, everybody? This is Ross Clot, the one and only. What's the topic tonight?
I don't know. Prediction. Did you give us your prediction? Let me check.
Who, me?
Shout out to Red Glove Militant. Shout out to Red Glove Militant in the building.
Future, you don't have the caller playing audio
exactly.
to us.
So hold on, Rasclot. Let me just fix the mic so everybody can hear you in the panel. And you're ready.
Yeah, because I got some important stuff to say.
Go ahead. Ready.
Oh, man. So basically, I don't know. I just got on, so I don't know what you guys was talking about. But I don't really care for this fight too much. I mean, it's really not important to me as far as the heavyweight division because we got two heavyweights that's fighting pay-per-view that got literally horrible resumes. And I could debate anyone on that Fury and Wilder both have horrible resumes. So I don't give a shit about this fight.
Well, I really don't know what to suggest to get you up for a match then, because I mean, if it's Anthony Joshua's six-pack that you really want to see, then YouTube can help you with that. But if it's boxing you want to see, then what more would you want? The big, massive fight between the two best guys in the division in Las Vegas, America versus UK. I mean, even some of you guys over the pond could even jump on the white v black thing if you want. If you want to, that builds it up a little bit more for you. But let's be real. What else do you want in boxing?
Answer my question, crybaby, because you always crying. So what's?
I'm not crying. I'm laughing at you. I'm laughing at you. You're not a boxing fan. You ain't a boxing fan. You're not a boxing fan. You're an Anthony Joshua fan. That's what you are. You're an Anthony Joshua
like
fan.
A little baby.
You're not a fan.
Answer my question. Answer my question.
You cut out. Can you say again, please? You cut out.
I said answer my question. Who's the best heavyweight?
Can you repeat the question, please?
Who is the best
I didn't hear it.
Who is the best heavyweight? Who is the best heavyweight?
Who's the best heavyweight in the world?
Who is the best heavyweight?
Yeah, I've made that clear. Tyson Fury number 1, Deontay Wilder number 2.
I'll answer it for
Anthony
you.
Joshua.
No, let me answer to you. Let me answer.
What do you mean? You asked me a question, then answer it for me. That's narcissism at its highest.
Because they're all bums. AJ is a bum. Wilder is a bum. And Fury is a bum. What are you talking about?
So
who's the best guy then?
They're all bums.
You answer this question. Who is the best guy in the division in your eyes then?
You're the bums. They're all bums.
The whole heavyweight division.
Who's this guy, man?
He's Rasclot.
By the way, I'm having fun over here. But they're all bums.
Is that you, Rasclot?
Okay?
Is that you, Rasclot?
Yeah, it's Rasclot.
Oh, you fucker. You had me there, man. You had me.
No, listen. Listen. Hey, man, shout out to you guys. Listen, man, I got Wilder winning by KO. I hope he loses. I don't care about... I really want to see Anthony Joshua and Wilder so they can get that over with. And then I want to see Anthony Joshua against Fury. And then I want to see Ortiz. Like, I want to see all these guys fight each other. I want to see Dillian White fight Wilder. And unfortunately, we're not going to get that because we live in an era of heavyweights that are all bums and they're all scared of each other. It's just a fact.
Rasclot. Oh, you already gave us a prediction before. It says Wilder KO 9th round. Okay.
The thing is, though, you said
I love talking with you guys, man. I had Stu. Stu is easy to get upset because he has anger issues.
I think we all do over here.
Rasclot.
Rasclot, if you had to, like I said, there's only so much any man could take of the boxing community.
Yeah.
You got to remember.
She's got a hair trigger.
Yeah,
Rasclot, who you got? Who you got number one heavyweight for real? Number one heavyweight. Who you got?
Yeah.
Okay. In my opinion, it would have to be a tie between Wilder and Anthony Joshua. The only reason why I put Anthony Joshua in there is because he had the heart to go on ahead and avenge his loss right after losing. And then you have to give Wilder his credit because even though he's knocking out lift drivers, he's still knocking everybody out. And right now he's about to fight for a lineal title. So, I mean, I can't really say who's number one because the heavyweight division is so divided. You can't really say it's too many games playing around. Like Wilder getting guys at mandatories who don't deserve mandatories. I can't even put Wilder at number one.
I agree with that one.
You know, then it's just really hard to pick who is number one. You know, it's it's unfortunate.
Yeah, I mean, but don't you think that what Tyson Fury said the other day? He had a point. You know, when he said, "If Wilder couldn't beat me on my worst night," which he was on his worst night. I mean, let's be real. What he had to do to get back even in the ring. Oh, who's this ringing?
Yeah.
What he had to do to even get back in the ring. You know, look at the weight. You know, like I said, he said he felt very weak in there. I mean, Ben Davison had him on some fucking Iron Man training.
You're talking about
camp,
Fury.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah, and like I said, Fury said if he couldn't beat him on his worst night, then how's he going to beat him when he's in good shape?
Well,
you know, when
and I agree with Fury. I agree with Fury. Stu, I agree with Fury. I had Fury winning the fight going to the scorecards. The thing is, just because Fury is saying he's 100% or 95%, I have to see it to believe it. I want him to prove me wrong. I'm picking him to lose. I need him to prove me wrong tomorrow. That's just what I need out of him. Because he could say he's 100%. And then, you know, the last fight that he had, I mean, that was a horrible performance by him. And you know,
yeah, but this is the thing, though, Rasclot. This is the thing. Yeah, but you got to remember with Tyson Fury, he's very like. There's a lot of fighters out there that you've got to have the right opponent in front of them to get the best out of them. It's a bit like Callum Smith. Callum Smith, people think, oh, he looks shit. But when you put a world-class fighter in there, he fucking destroys the guy. You know, it's just.
Oh yeah.
Sometimes to get the best out of Tyson Fury has to fear a fighter to get the best out of him, I think. And I think you know, anyone with a brain is going to fear Wilder. You know, because that right hand could end your fucking life. Never mind knock you out. So of course you're gonna fear the guy. I think when Fury's got fear, I think that's when he's at his best. And I think that's why I picked him to win this fight. And that's the reason.
I could agree with that. That's a good analysis. I could agree to that. That's a good assessment.
Russell, anything else?
You know, I hope he wins, you know. Yeah, I just want to say, to the man, shout out to you guys. Thanks for having me on. Shout out to Red Glove Militant. And Red Glove Militant owe me some money. I bet him that Box wouldn't get his ass fucked by Jason Bourne, but it really happened. So can you please tell Red Glove Militant he owe me some money for those two fags who have been having sex with each other in the chat room. Peace.
All right, man. Take care. Thanks for the phone call. All right.
Rasclot's fucking, he's lethal, Rasclot.
We got Jimmy.
Yeah, you had me there, but yeah, do you know the thing that this is a scary thing though, Butcho?
Yeah.
I actually believe that was a Wilder fan. Oh no, I actually believe that was a boxing fan just calling it. I didn't know that was Rasclot because this is a sort of nonsense you get from some of these guys.
Yeah. It's nothing.
It's not the first time I've heard this is not a big fight. It's usually like I said from the Joshua fans.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I mean, let's be real. I mean.
Stu, I just want to introduce that. I just want to say that we have Jimmy and we have Gonzalo and we have Pete and we have Mark Guys, welcome to the show. We also have a phone call. This guy has been waiting for a while, so let's get him in here. 585, you're on the air. 585.
How you doing, Mr. Boutro? This is Vince.
What's up, Vince? What's on your mind?
Yes, guys. We have less than 24 hours. I'm waiting here, watching the weigh-in. I mean, Deontay Wilder is an enigma. I mean, he is so strong. I can't wait, guys, for this knockout tomorrow. It's going to be fantastic, and I cannot wait for the post-fight, Mr. Boutro.
Now, your prediction was Wilder 7th round stoppage. Are you still sticking with that?
Yes, Mr. Boutro. 7th round stoppage. I could see an earlier stoppage if Fury implements the game plan that he's talking about as far as getting on the inside. I think Wilder can probably hit him with one of these short punches, and he will get wobbled, and then the right hand comes, and good night.
Okay. Are you concerned about about Tyson Fury coming in heavier?
Yes, Mr. Boutro, I actually wanted to talk about that. I know he said he wanted to come in at 270 or so. I think that's a big mistake. I think the lighter, the better for Mr. Fury. But because Wilder is used to knocking out bigger guys anyways, and if he loses any foot and hand speed, it will be to the detriment of Mr. Fury.
All right. Anything else, Vinny?
Yes, I would like to let everyone know, please buy the pay-per-view tomorrow. I actually bought it on the Fox Sports app. Again, guys, that is the Fox Sports app. And it was for $74.99, guys. I hope you guys saved your money. Payday is today, so just make sure you save your money. And, you can buy the beer and all that stuff tomorrow. Just make sure you buy the pay-per-view first. Okay,
Hey,
guys?
Vinny,
On the Fox Sports app, okay?
Yeah.
Only.
Vinny,
Not
call.
ESPN Plus, guys, please.
All right. It seems like you work for the pay-per-view. But Vinny, make sure you show up after the fight, okay? Don't disappear, please.
Yes, Mr. Bucho, I will be waiting. I will be on as soon as the fight is over. And I'm sure you will be
Yes.
pretty upset on the
No.
post fight. But it's okay. I will make sure I comfort you, Mr. Bucho.
All right. Thank you, Vinny. All right, Vinny. Thanks for our phone call. Have a good night.
Hey, Bucho,
Yes.
why does he never say Mr. Wilder? He always refers to the guys he likes without the Mr. thing. So I think Mr. Chinese douchebag. You know what I mean? Wilder, Mr. Fury, Mr. BDA, Mr. LSD.
That's a good point. Good observation there.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. Jimmy.
Yo,
We need your prediction.
what up?
I don't think we have it. Let me check the list. Nope. You're not on the list. Oh, I remember. You said that you were going to think about it. Well, time's up, man. Time's up.
Time's up. I know the fight's tomorrow. I don't like the fucking. He's coming in heavier. I don't think it's a smart thing. Only because he's gonna have to stay on his feet. There's just no fucking way he's gonna knock out Wilder. I just can't see it. He'd have to change his whole. I mean, we're talking. He's had one stoppage in fucking. You know what I mean? In 6 years, a heavyweight, a 6'9", 250+ pound dude who doesn't stop people. I mean, so which is great. I mean, again, I'm not taking anything away. I've never seen a big guy move like that. So that's the highest of praise I'm heaping on him in that capacity. But that motherfucker throws pillow punches. He doesn't hit hard.
Jimmy, remember Nikolai Valuev, the monster? He was like 7 foot, the Russian
7
guy.
foot, yeah.
He was kind of the same. He didn't have that stopping power.
Yeah, but he was too big, man. That was Yeah, this is Tyson Fury. This isn't Valuev. Come on.
I rewatched the fight last night because I didn't really even watch the first fight, to be totally honest with you. I just watched the highlights, man. Because basically all it is fucking Tyson was gonna toy with him, make him miss, punch the ropes, and I mean, the Wilder looked like a fucking an elite fighter, and
Hey,
that I mean,
Jimmy, sorry to cut you off, Jimmy.
cringeworthy.
Fuck no, he
Dude,
did.
there was times it was cringe. I was like, oh god damn, I feel bad for these dudes growing up now.
Mm-hmm.
God damn, that's hard. Like, you just didn't see that world level fights. You just didn't see shit like that. And this guy, they're fucking talking about Hall of Fame already. Like, before this even fight takes place, like, what the fuck are you guys talking about? You know, this dude never fought anybody. And he only fought Tyson, I mean, Fury, because although Fury's a better fucking fighter, probably the best natural boxer of all of them, but just doesn't hit hard. Do you think his people would have matched him against, I don't know, fucking any of them? Dylan White, Chisora, anybody could crack. There's a reason why he stayed away from the B-level Brits who can crack. There's a reason. I mean, think about it. Fucking Daniel White's been begging him to fight for fucking 5 years. So there's a reason. There's fucking people matched him with Fury. He was never going to fight anybody he could hit until he made the big payday, and he still hasn't made it. Because I don't know what the fuck, I don't know if he's got kind of guaranteed money. I haven't heard yet. But I don't
Even
see how.
Fury rocked him. You seen that, Jimmy?
What's that?
Even Fury rocked him. Even Fury rocked him. And Fury got no power. Fury had him dancing around. You seen that?
Yeah, he did. No, he had him. I think, well, it wasn't so much hurt as I think he kind of caught him off balance, and he got, again, because they're long limbs. So when you get goofy leg, it's more, exacerbated when you're taller. I don't think he really ever rocked. Never had fucking Wilder, like, not focusing. They get that instant glaze over in their eyes, like they're not focusing. You know what I mean? It's, I don't know, man. I'd be hard pressed to see him suddenly out of nowhere after all this fucking time and turn around and bang it out. And remember, going into that first fight, he was a lot more hungry than he is now, because he's getting big money for tonight's fight. He made big money for last fight. Nobody believed him, and I think that's when nobody thought he was going to even come close to winning that first fight. I don't remember anybody saying he was going to win. So I think he might be the type of dude who does better like that when he's up against everybody. But I don't know, man. I don't know. I just don't know. I don't know how much he's gotten into this. The fucking extra weight he could be saying for knocking out, or it could be because he hasn't trained as hard. And he's just saying that. Oh, I'm putting on extra weight because I'm going to knock him out. Yeah, or you just didn't fucking train as hard. I don't know.
Mm-hmm. No, he says that he feels that he hurt Deontay Wilder in that first fight. He just didn't have the conditioning to finish him off in that 12th round. Also, he wasn't throwing punches properly, and he says that the weight will help him not only with the he will generate more power, basically.
Bullshit.
Yeah, I don't think complacency will be a factor because the lights are too bright.
Sorry.
Now, their lights are too bright, and they had never lost. I think Fury wasn't even content with.
Wait, hold on. Sorry to cut you off. Sorry to cut you off. We have the weight. Hold on.
Tyson Fury weighs in at 273 pounds. Wow.
273 people. 273 market down.
Tyson Fury?
Yeah, 273.
Predicted 275 earlier on the chat.
Yeah.
What did he fight the first one?
258, I think. 56. Yeah. Someone correct me. Yeah.
Come on. What is he? So is he 25 pounds heavier?
Yeah.
Almost.
Fuck. But he's leaner.
He looks leaner though. That's the thing. His arms, they don't look as flabby as in the first fight. The first fight he kind of looked not flabby, but.
So all right, then he might have put on muscle, which is obviously denser and weighs more. That could make sense. That's actually a good sign. If you guys see, I don't know his physique well enough. You know what I mean? I mean, honestly, I defer to Stu. Stu knows a lot more about him and his like all the guys from the UK. I just haven't followed.
Fury weighed in 273.
Yep, we got it. Thank you. So I guess you were. I don't know what you said. You said
He said he was coming in around 270 something. He said
258.
that before the
Damn.
fight. That was his game plan. I think it's absurd. You're not gonna punch any much fucking hard. The only thing you're gonna do is put that much more fucking weight on your legs. You know what I mean? You get younger, he got older, and he's gonna fucking go. He's gonna try to have to go another 12 rounds. This time with 25 more pounds on his legs.
But that means
All right, guys,
Jimmy, that actually his threat. Yes.
I missed the Wilder weight. How much was Wilder? His weight.
231 pounds.
Okay, that's what 231. Damn.
That's a career heaviest for Wilder.
Oh, guys, what do you think about that?
He's gone for the fucking knockout, fam. That's all he's gone
Fury
for.
also.
Fury also.
They're both
Fury's
going
also.
for the knockout. They're. I think Fury wasn't bluffing, man. If he's 273, he's looking to knock that dude out. He ain't looking to box for 12 rounds.
Yeah, he ain't looking to go to 12 rounds.
No, of course not. Of course not. He knows he can't. No, not at 270 something pounds either. He knows he's not going to be able to fucking survive another 12 rounds.
Game over, man.
Never getting caught clean.
Damn.
So
This makes me
who
favor
lands
Fury
first.
even more. It makes me favor him even more because I think Wilder's power isn't about his weight. I think it's about his speed.
Oh, without a doubt.
Interesting.
Of course it is. Just look at how fimbly his legs are. He's got fucking no legs. He's got a Mark Breland, like his coach's type build. You know what I mean? Wide shoulder. He's got a perfect boxer's build because it's speed delivering those punches. That's the power.
Although I used to believe that 100%, but when I saw the second Ortiz knockout, that punch, he didn't carry a whole lot of leverage on that. And it wasn't like that long and still got.
Well, it's the width. Look at the back, the shoulders. Look at the shoulder width of the fucking waist. I always use like Kenny Griffin Jr. before your time, baseball player. Well, it might not before your time, but remember he was
Senior,
a
junior.
Kenny Griffin Jr. Dude, he was just a fucking 172 pounds, dude. He was banging 50 home runs because he had that perfect build, that athletic, narrow waist, wide shoulders, the power plant to bend down at the waist. No, Wilder delivers his right hand with a lot of fucking authority. But it's all the other shit that goes along with it. Just makes him terrible. I mean, he's not going to be trying. I mean, let's be honest. The dude ain't setting traps tonight. You know what I mean? Let's fucking.
No.
You gotta lure him in, Fuck. I don't even see him timing. I try to look at him, trying to see him like, is he even grabbing any timing right now? Like you can see Fury start to fuck around his shoulders and he's getting into his rhythm. And it's like fucking Wilder sometimes doesn't even look like he's in a rhythm. I don't know. I can't figure him out.
Oh man. All right, Recognize, are you there?
Yes, sir. What's going on, guys?
Wilder 231, Fury 273.
Yikes. So I gotta say, yikes.
Now,
because 273 is that his career high weight.
That's right.
I know for sure Wilder at 231. That's got to be a career high for him.
Yeah, it is. His highest career was 229. 229.
Now let me ask you guys: how did he look? Did he look bulky or like?
Wilder looks.
He looked like he just gained some muscle on top.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He looked less like a skeleton.
And Fury, I don't know. He was wearing a shirt.
Who's sanctioning this? Who's the head belt?
WBC.
Oh Jesus! All
the ESPN lineal title, sanctioned by the lineal title.
ESPN, because I got ESPN Plus, and they're telling me I could buy the fight. Hold on one second. Yeah,
Fox. Yeah,
it's saying Plus.
I'll be fucking drinking my Sunday morning coffee, watching that fucker on YouTube, especially with that undercard.
Oh yeah.
I think I'm gonna catch it at a bar.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
Yeah. We'll see. I haven't seen the guys in the weigh-in, so I don't know what they look like. I mean,
I'm just wondering how strong this was tested.
VADA was on 2 weeks' notice. That's it.
Yeah, that's enough time to make sure everything's okay. If you understand what I mean.
Big Joe, if you're on your computer, can you go to the last time Tyson Fury was at about 270? What fight? Because I know that he was 270 for a few fights.
All right.
I think I've just looked at the weigh, and I mean both guys are a lot bigger than I thought they'd be. I don't think the weight's going to be too much of a problem with Fury because I actually think he looks quite trim for the weight he's put on. It's not like he's a fat 200. So it's like
That's what everybody's saying. He looks lean.
Yeah, it's like it's toned up a little bit, and I think he's replaced that flab with he's replaced the flab with muscle bones. Still quite big though, but obviously he's going.
They could have filled out that excess skin, Stu. He had excess skin in the first fight. They could have filled that out.
He looked a mess, didn't he?
My only thing though is because he was coming off a lot of fucking alcohol weight too. That's just bloats you out big time. But my only thing is this, man. It seems like all indicators that he is going to be going for the knockout. I can't see him carrying that extra weight, 12 rounds. But so if he is doing that, why would he have announced it? You know what I mean? That's all. I don't know. Well, he doesn't look like he has much
because when
of a
Fury says something, everybody thinks he's lying, and this time he told the fucking truth.
Right.
So, and Wilder even said he doesn't believe he's doing that. He's just doing it as a mind game.
Look, Wilder, right? Wilder could make a mistake here, but by coming in that heavy, because I've just looked. They've just showed you the weigh-ins of his last 5 fights, and massive jump, And
I don't think it'll affect him too much still either because he's just
I get what you're saying, but what my point is, that's not sort of meat he's put on. That's muscle he's put on, right? So the more muscle you got, the less in the tank you're going to have in the latter rounds, And obviously, if Fury's going to put it on him, he's going to make Wilder work. Don't get me wrong. If that was Luis Ortiz in there or fucking Brazil in there, strolling around fucking second gear, then yeah, he's going to be all right, isn't he? But if Fury says what he's going to, if Fury does what he said he was going to do, and take it to Wilder, then the latter rounds could come into play when it comes to that weight. That's my point. And it could be the same for Fury, but I've never seen Fury struggle to do 12 rounds. He's always done it comfortably. He's one of them guys that just does 12
even
rounds.
At that weight with muscle, because that's muscle is heavy, Well, but my thing is now with that muscle, what he should do is I would drape myself all over that.
Yeah, but it's not Anthony Joshua muscle what Fury's got, is it? Let's be real. He's just toned it up a little bit. Or he's just
but he's still at 275 pounds. You know what I would do if I was him too? And anytime they're in close, I would grab him and fucking lay on him.
Yeah, but you can't really do that with Kenny. You can't do that with Kenny Bayless as the referee. That dude separates people. He separates people more than American divorce.
You know what
papers.
I mean, right? So when Wilder misses, if he's down low and say he swings, he misses. Like I would always fall forward on top of him. I would make that motherfucker carry me, make him feel those 275 pounds on his narrow legs. I'm telling you, I would.
Yeah, those legs. Yeah.
Look,
he's got skinny legs.
Certain fighters have to be in an optimum weight to perform their best, and sometimes when these fighters put a bit of weight on, it just takes away that little fraction of their speed. It takes a bit from their tank. It slows them down a little bit. And sometimes when you're slowed down that little fraction, that's how you get knocked out. That's why Roy Jones in his best, you couldn't hit the guy. Roy Jones always had a glass chin. Chins don't get weak overnight. His chin was, but you couldn't hit him because he was at his physical prime and his best weight. He should be fine. Once he started going up the divisions, he started to slow down a little bit, and that's when he started getting caught. There's only so much weight.
This is a rematch. This is a rematch. There's got to be a trade-off that they saw something in the first fight that both guys are willing to trade that for coming in heavier to get a better payoff, right?
Yeah, but my point is, you're right, Gonzalo. But my point is, sometimes fighters that put on a lot of weight, it's a hindrance to them. Certain fighters have to be at a certain fighting weight to be at their best. I mean, just look at Lennox Lewis when he came in heavy against Ratman in the first fight, and then when he came in, look at the shape he was in the second fight. I mean, that's the shape Lennox Lewis should always be in, because for me that's the best performance I've ever seen from him.
Hey,
the shape he was in, the speed, everything. He was just But with Lewis, you didn't see
Stu,
that
you're
a
right.
lot of time.
If you look at his last 4 fights of his career, Hasim Rahman, he was in the 250s, got knocked out.
Camera outside?
He went to 247, 240. He was under 250 for sure. In the second Rahman fight,
he was a lot.
he
He was
knocks
a lot
out.
lighter.
He knocks out Rahman.
Yeah.
He fights Tyson. He's under 250. He knocks out Tyson, and then he was out of shape again. I think he was in the 250s. He fights Klitschko, and almost gets beat up.
Well, what the thing is, just that extra £10 or that extra £7. Look at the difference it makes in a fighter. You got to remember, these are high performance athletes. They're finely tuned, and when you start messing around with their weight, that's why some fighters can be world class in one division, go up a division, and look pretty average. I mean, Devin Alexander, prime example. Very good fighter at 140. Went up to 147, atrocious. You know, and that's just going a few pounds.
The trade-off.
Look at
Fury doesn't want to find himself
Chocolatito,
on the
another one.
canvas.
Chocolatito, another one. It's just once he started going up too many divisions, he started to slow down a little bit of his pace, and that's when he was getting caught.
All right, people, the phone lines are open, and Mark, I couldn't find like the ways for. Oh wait, we got H Money. Is that really H Money? You better jump in here or call in. Mark, I couldn't find the weights, how much Tyson has been weighing throughout his career. I don't know where you find that.
Yeah, on BoxRec. But anyway, the highest he's ever been was 274 against Joey Abel. Like other than that, like he's come in at 264 against Derek Chisora in the rematch. And if you think about his weight with Wilder in the first fight, he's definitely come in heavier, right? And I think he came in heavier against Chisora by about the same margin of difference of about 16 pounds from his first fight with Chisora, which means I think he's going southpaw, man. I really do. He wants to have more he wants to have more weight on that stiff right and the check right hook. I think he's going southpaw.
Yeah, I heard that like he might go southpaw. I was like, man, I don't know. You think so?
Yeah, I mean, fucking hell. I mean, that is not the way I would go. Like I said, he knows more than I do. I'm not going to sit here and pretend that I know more than him. But if I was training Tyson Fury, southpaw would be the last stunts I'd be saying, because you're like sort of encouraging Wilder to land the only shot he does world class, and that's the right hand. And he's very good at it. I don't care that shot is technically quite good as well. I mean, people say his technical skills are lacking, but with that right hand or not, I think he throws it beautifully at times. You know, especially when he's in the right range. I mean, the speed of it as well. And I just think being a southpaw, you're just sort of like walking onto that shot. I mean, the orthodox stance probably got Fury out of trouble in that first fight. I mean, I think the orthodox stance is he was able to spin out and avoid those shots. But I think when you're a fucking southpaw,
you're never comfortable fighting out of your stance, right? You're never really comfortable, and you make a little mistake against Deontay Wilder, and it's lights out. Sorry. So, like, I don't think he should be like fucking around, switching stances. It's just no.
Yeah, but like I said, I don't mind if he switches stances. I don't mind if he does it now and again. But to stay in the southpaw, I actually believe Fury is a better boxer, a slicker boxer in the southpaw stance. I like the way he fights southpaw. I just think his jabs, he just hasn't mastered the jab from the southpaw stance. It's very weak. He flicks it out, and that's not good enough when you're fighting Wilder. You know, that jab is key. He's going to have to use that jab. He's going to have to put venom on that jab to take Wilder off his timing. So, you know, it's just orthodox stance for me. You know, fighting patches like he did in the first one, but you can't fight like that for 12 rounds, because for me, Wilder will get it right. You know, the best way to beat Wilder is get him out of there. You know, I know it's simple, but just get him out of there and try and do it early. Because, you know, it's a dangerous game to play on the back foot with Deontay Wilder. It really is.
Absolutely. You gotta,
you know, but when I say that, I don't, because people say, oh, I keep hearing all these pundits and experts saying, oh yeah, but if you take it to Wilder, he's going to catch you. But like I said, you've got to be educated when you're doing it. You can't just stroll forward with your hands down like fucking Dominic Brazil. You've got to be educated. You've got to use the double jab. You've got to rush Wilder. You've got to feint and make him react like it, because he's very twitchy, Wilder. And then you've got to rush him. And then when he's inside, nothing comes back from Wilder. I've never seen Deontay Wilder KO someone in the inside. I know the Spilker, you could sort of say it was an inside punch, but fucking Spilker ran onto it with his it was like flying in the air with his fucking chin in the air, super chin. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's
So
like, yeah, some of these
yeah,
people.
I just think once you're inside Wilder, then take it to him, and then we'll see.
But
Because I don't believe he's not going to quit. Wilder's not going to quit. I think you're going to have to stop Wilder, and you're going to have to knock him out to get him out of there. He's not going to quit. This guy, not once has he showed me he's going to quit. I think he's got a lot of heart. Wilder, he showed that against Ortiz, and he's
Yeah,
going to
that's
be
the
in
only
there
fight where he showed heart.
To go inside on Wilder, you're usually like, let's say we're thinking about a small heavyweight against a big heavyweight. And I mean big heavyweight because Wilder's tall. So you would assume to go in on him, it usually have to be a shorter guy, all right, like Takam or something, for example. But nonetheless, yeah, Fury for a tall guy, if he does go inside, he got some inside game. But it's still going to be hard for him to maintain it because he's got to recoil the arms back to be able to stay consistent putting the pressure. He's too long to do that. He can throw some good uppercuts.
The thing is with Wilder, you've got to make him panic. And when he panics, he falls to pieces. His shape goes. He starts lunging out of range. His feet are all mixed up all over the place.
Yeah.
No balance. You know, he's just a mess. But the Wilder's a mess. But when you let him fight at a slow pace where he can, you know, get behind the jab, and just fight at some slow pace and pick his shots, then he's very dangerous. You know, he's dangerous at all times. Don't get me wrong, but you got to put it onto Wilder because he does. I've seen it, mate. He'll fall to pieces when you put it on him because he starts to panic, and that's when his shape goes. That's when his technique goes out the window.
Hold on, Eldog, hold on, because we got a phone call 470. You're on the air. 470.
Hey, what's going on, guys? I saw just watched the the weigh-in. I think my point of view on this. I think Fury. I think this strategy. A lot of people are, they're confused by the strategy or they don't understand it. They think, he's not going to be able to move like he did in the first fight. But I think Fury realized in the first fight, specifically that 12th round, and looking at Wilder's style, I just don't think trying to dance around and move and try to survive for 12 rounds is the right strategy. So he put on the weight. If you notice, Deontay Wilder also put on 17 pounds. He's going for the knockout. He's going for the power. And I think if Fury had stayed in the 250s, I believe he would have been knocked out early too. And so Wilder, but I do think on the flip side though, with Wilder, I think the extra weight, he's going to be slower. I think he's going to have a lot of problems dealing with 273 pounds of Tyson Fury. And, a lot of people are looking at this fight from the perspective of the first fight where Fury's the boxer and he's moving and Wilder's the puncher. But, I think a lot of people haven't really looked at Tyson Fury's whole career. And I think you're going to see Fury bring in a lot of the tactics that he used in the Steve Cunningham fight. He's going to put his hands up and he's going to walk Wilder down. And Wilder's going to have a lot of, if he doesn't land a bomb early, he's going to have a lot of problems dealing with this guy over the course of the fight.
Good point.
I think you're spot on, caller. I think you're fucking spot on. I've been saying this for how long? You just go. I even used the Cunningham fight as an example. Go back and look when he tried to outbox Cunningham. That's when he was getting outboxed himself. Cunningham was just too fast for him, too small, too fast, and it was beating him to the punch. But when he took it to the trenches, well, you saw what happened. Cunningham fell to pieces, and I think when you saw in the 12th round, when Fury got up, he realised, look, what am I doing? This is a dangerous game I'm playing here. So he took it to Wilder, and you saw what was happening. I mean, if that was the old school boxing, 15 rounds, I think Fury could have got Wilder out of there because Wilder was starting to flag. Like I said, the technique was going out the window, and he was getting desperate.
Hey, Stu, you know what Mickey Ward's brother Dickie said about Fury? He said if that dude had power, he'd be an all-time great heavyweight, like an all-time great, because that's how good of a boxer he thinks he is.
Yeah, but the thing is, like I said, I know people like to say, "Oh, well, the boxer will always beat the puncher in the rematch." It's a myth. It's a fucking myth, mate.
All right, let's get to the caller.
If Tyson Fury makes a mistake, he's going to sleep. There's no question about that.
Let's get the caller in here. Anything else? It was a great point, man.
No, I just
Yeah,
think
excellent point.
I think Fury will also have better punch resistance too in this fight because of the extra weight. But I think Wilder's gonna be more powerful, but he's gonna be slower. And I just think I just watched the final interview. They interviewed the two of them after the weigh-in. Wilder looks a little nervous.
Mm-hmm.
I think he saw Fury's weight and his size, and he was like, "Holy shit, that's a lot of that's a lot of." I mean, a lot of people. I know Wilder has power, but a 280-pound man, 6'9", on you, you know, in the ring for 12. That's a lot. That's a lot to deal with.
It's not like he's just a big fat slob that just strolling forward. He can box. This fucking guy's got technical skills. He can box. Like I said, I don't know if Wilder was. I didn't see fear in Wilder's eyes. I just saw. I think the occasion. I think he realised what the occasion was when he saw how many people in the fucking. Wilder's never seen that in a weigh-in. That was.
Yeah,
I mean, that was a great attendance in the weigh-in, man. I mean, that's Wilder. I think he realised how big this fight is, and you know, let's be real. I mean, any fight would be. I think Tyson Fury showed a bit of nerves in there tonight as well.
I agree with the caller, especially because 270 plus pounds is a lot to deal with when you predicated your reputation on being the big puncher. That's a lot of responsibility to say, "Oh, I get everybody out of there. I'm knocking everybody out."
Mm-hmm.
You know, to fulfill that promise. You know, so it's not like he's knocking everybody out with the first punch he throws. So if he doesn't see that he's discouraging a big guy in Fury at 273, it's gonna be an uphill battle if he starts losing confidence.
Yeah, the thing is, like I said, with this weight he's gained, this is not flab he's put on. This is muscle, and when you put on muscle,
of course,
that sort of muscle, then it's going to slow you down. I don't care who you are. You know, fighters should be trim, and obviously Wilder is trim still. You know, Wilder's not really a big heavyweight, is he? He's always been floating around that 210, 220 mark, really.
Yeah.
And this is obviously the biggest I've seen him. And
all right.
Like I said, we'll have to see on the night. Like I said, the power is going to be a bit. There's going to be a bit more power there, isn't there? But like I said, you've got to get the shot right. It's no good if you can have all the power in the world if you can't fucking connect on the dot.
Caller, anything else? One last comment, or that's it?
Yeah, that's it. Just looking forward to the fight tomorrow.
Perfect. Thanks for a phone call. Great point, man. What you made. All right, thanks. Take care. All right, guys. When we have phone calls,
You're talking about him having more power, right? But the last time Wilder was weighing around this much was when he fought Molina, Duhaupas, and Spilker, and all of those knockouts came after the 8th round. So does he actually carry more power at that weight?
Well, cool. Yeah, he carries more power at that weight, but these guys, I mean, Arthur Spilker, I mean, did you see what Derek Chisora did to him? So, you know.
Yeah, but I'm saying, you know, when Wilder was carrying that extra weight, his knockouts tend to come later than when he was carrying.
I don't think we can use Arthur Spilker. Yeah, I don't think we can use Arthur Spilker as an example. Though this fucking guy, like I said, he's a mattress model. Every time I've seen the guy fight, he's sleeping on the canvas. I mean, as he woke up from the Chisora knockout, I mean, get out of here.
Oh, that was a bad one, man. Hey, guys.
Fury, is it Shields training Fury now? Yeah. Ronnie Shields?
Sugar Hill still.
Sugar Hill.
Sugar Hill, that's it. Yeah.
Sugar.
Yeah, no, he can. He's fucking old school dude. He can. Maybe really work on his power shots.
Listen,
mate. Hold on. Can I just say something, Stu? Can I say something?
Go ahead.
We have 121 people watching and 29 likes. Like, come on, guys. Doesn't cost that much to click the like button.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I bet you guys are going to be the sort of guys that are going to stream the fight tomorrow. You type bastard.
Yeah, mate. They're going to stream the fights and then complain about, oh, why can't we get these crossover fights like Spence Crawford or Lomachenko versus Davis? And they're like, man, I just want to see the best fight the best. Get out of here,
mate.
cheap
Hit
bastard.
the like.
Hey, do you know what, right? When I ordered that fight, this is the first time I've had this feeling for, like I said, a long time. When I ordered that fight and it came through on my phone, great news, you've ordered the fight. I got that excited feeling, you know, like a kid at Christmas. That's how I felt. And that's what and honestly, this fight, I'm hyped for this fight, you know.
Yeah.
This is the first time I've been hyped in a long time because like I said, I've ended my tether with boxing.
Yeah.
Sick of these fucking mismatches. But this is just got that spice about it. And
Hey, Stu,
yeah, I don't mind spending money on occasions like this.
Imagine
But this
paying.
could be, Stu, one of the fights that we're hoping that it's an entertaining fight. It'll kind of ruin the sport, not forever, but kind of like Pacquiao Mayweather. If it doesn't deliver, oh Jesus! Especially since it's a collab, they're not gonna be willing to work again.
Yeah,
that's all I want to say,
Well,
Bucho.
That fucking undercard is just putrid.
Well,
I didn't even watch the weigh-in.
Guys.
I didn't even
To be
watch the
fair,
weigh-in, bro.
yeah, this is a Bob Arum type of card, remember? But does this card? Sorry, does this fight need an undercard?
I think it needs one good co-main event, and that's about
Of course,
it.
yeah.
Like
Oh,
it would
yeah,
have been
especially
nice
for
to have one
pay-per-view.
solid heavyweight co-main event.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
mean, let's be
exactly.
real. I mean, you're telling me they couldn't find anyone better than Charles Martin?
That was the PVC. Did you notice who's fighting? Yeah, Bucho, that was put on Al Heyman. That was his part of the agreement. He was supposed to put on the undercard. Dude, believe me, I heard Top Rank was furious. In fact, told them, when this doesn't sell, remember who you put. They were furious.
Man.
Yeah, you need insurance just in case the fight doesn't deliver. It's been like many years since like cards have good undercards. They usually been kind of
a co-main event.
Charles Martin, fucking Washington were fighting in my backyard. I shut my fucking shades, dude.
I'll tell you what, though,
Send
Bob
my
Arum.
dogs on him.
I mean, Bob Arum, I mean, fucking hell. When it comes to his undercards, scraping from the barrel, isn't he? I mean, I don't think I've ever seen a decent undercard fight on a Bob Arum card.
There's good fighters that just they're tune-ups. Navarrete's fighting.
Yeah, I know, but
tune-up
like I said,
again. Yeah.
But this is a stupid. This is what I'm saying. I mean, you've got to put on strong undercards, and then you'll get fans of other fighters jump on board because you'll get fans. You've got fanboys that will actually order the pay-per-view to watch their guy fight. And you know, this is why you got to have decent. I know sometimes you got to pay a bit more out, but I just don't get it. I don't. You know, it wouldn't have hurt fucking Heyman and Arum to put on at least a world top fight.
This card, Stu, the undercard was on Heyman. This one has actually nothing to do with Arum. Not that he doesn't fucking put on shit ones, but
I think they're both sharing the card.
no, I was told the agreement was part when they sat down for blah blah blah. You know, paying and all that bullshit because I guess Bob will get you down for the last nickel. But part of the deal was Bob was going to do this, and Heyman was in charge of the undercard. Plus, Heyman said, "Listen, I need all the slots." Heyman wanted all of them because he has so many fighters. He wanted it just top to bottom PBC. But I guess it was worked out that the undercard was 100% on PBC.
Do you know what Bob should have done? See, this is the thing with Bob. I don't think Bob's the best promoter in the world. Of course he is. The resume proves it. But Bob is not very good at promoting fighters. He's just not. He's done a very good job with Tyson Fury, but that's more ESPN doing that. That's not really Bob sort of thing. But Bob should have put Crawford and Lomachenko on that undercard. He should have demanded it.
More
you know,
money.
these guys are world-class talents that have not got. They're not big names. They're not really. You know, this would have been a chance to get Crawford out there to the casual, get fucking Lomachenko out there. He just misses opportunities. He's sticking.
Well, can I say
go ahead.
something?
Sorry, the delay, dude.
Mark 337, whatever. He says they couldn't afford a good undercard. This fight don't break even. Go ahead, Jimmy.
Oh yeah, but Mark 37's a big Anthony Joshua fanboy. Of course he's going to say that. He's probably going to stream this fight talking about, this isn't even the best heavyweight in the world. I want to see Anthony Joshua's six-pack in his chest.
Listen, I saw a Joshua fan say that Ruiz Joshua was a bigger fight. Get out of here.
All right, Jimmy, go ahead.
No, I was just going to say with Bob Arum, too, he's more of a figurehead kind of now. It's just his face. Like, he'll show up and he's at the events for a guy his age, almost 90, and he's got a ton of energy. But right now, like, the day-to-day, he's not in the office almost ever anymore. It's Todd LaBeouf. He's running everything now.
Son-in-law,
Isn't that
right?
Yeah, son-in-law. He's running the fucking everything now. Any major decision, obviously, is Bob still, while he's alive, who holds the fucking purses, right? Holds the fucking keys. But yeah, so anything where he has to say, listen, I need $10 million, I'm sure he has to get Bob's okay. You know what I mean? But who even knows on that? I was told that Bob's pretty much now just to fucking show up and I'm Bob Arum, I'm a legend, here I am, and for the quotes. And Bob said something off the record, I guess, that, well, I don't want to even say what he said, but listen to something this, what everybody was talking about, what Canelo needs to stop talking off the record, like this is something different. Dude, he's got to, because he's doing a lot more talking lately, and some of the shit isn't translating well, because he's forgetting, in one breath, he says, not that he wouldn't, I think he'd destroy Andre, but Andrade, right? He says, no, I can't fight. I'm not fighting Andrade. He's boring. And look at his resume. Dude's never fought anybody. And then 4 days later calls out fucking Sweet Pea. I want Sweet Pea. You know what I mean? I want Caleb. It's like, dude, you just said, come on. Like, fucking Andrade's fucking resume, it makes yours look like his. You know what I mean? His look like yours. It's fucking, he's got a better resume. And Sweet Pea's even more boring, I think. But it was just like, and everybody was talking about that it's just like, Golden Boy used to be able to tell him, because I guess Canelo will fucking say shit. And for a lot of years, he was always told, keep your emotions in check, don't say something to, but like, for Wilder, bring it back to Wilder, something I think he fucked up big time. You never say a fighter, your fighting has pillow fucking fists, like he did the other day. That's stupid.
Kill Implant's exciting, though, for me, Jimmy. He mixes it up well, downstairs and upstairs. You don't have that punching power.
Has Billy Joe Saunders signed that contract?
No, not yet.
Hey, guys.
That guy.
Go ahead.
We'll get back to Wilder Fury anyway, innit?
Yeah, I was just going to say something about Wilder.
I'll tell you what I would have put on the undercard. I would have put Tony Yoka versus F.A. Jagba. Two heavyweight prospects, both undefeated, both Olympians. It would do wonders for the winner, and it would honestly be a good fight.
Definitely, they could have done that.
Look,
he's better than
I know
this
what
shit.
The guy in the chat said that the fight wouldn't break even if he had a decent fight on the undercard. That's not true, because Frank Warren's saying that this fight could generate over $100 million. And are you telling me that you don't have any more? You don't have any spare change to fucking feed Crawford $3 or $4 million?
That's
get out of it. Or Lomachenko $3 million.
Yeah,
come on, man.
They don't want to spend anything on the undercard. That's clear.
But I don't think either one of those two donkeys would do an undercard anyways.
My point is, sometimes you have to take a loss.
Exactly.
Sometimes you have to take a loss to fucking to gain sort of thing, and that would have been a big platform to put Lomachenko and Crawford on. Not both of them, but one of them.
It's an investment into their profile.
That's it, my bro. But Bob, like I said, it's all for today with them guys. That's one thing about Hearn I like. He's willing to take a loss on fighters for the future, and that's why he's the best out there. He's a corny bastard. He is. He's the way he hypes his fighters and the way he changes his mind. He's corny, but when it comes to promoting fights, he is the best.
That Ruiz AJ had a good undercard. The second fight. I mean, you had Hunter Povetkin, you had Majidov, you had Hergovich. You had a lot of good prospects and some decent contenders fighting on that undercard.
Hey guys, we have a phone call. 337. You're on the air. 337.
What's up, family? It's Dead Game Boxing. What's good with it?
What up? Are you getting nervous now? Tyson Fury 273.
Oh man, dude, Deontay Wilder 231, brother. Dude, we went from 209. We went from 209.
Yeah.
To 231, brother. It's about to get nasty. It's about to get nasty. I'm serious.
Yeah, but the thing is, though, he said that was 209 with that mask on. That mask must have fucking weighed 9 pounds. You see, it was solid bronze, man. Wilder was too small in that fight, but.
He spent $60,000
on this one. I think he should have come in at 220. 220, 223 would have been fine. I just think he's too big. He's going to slow him down, and speed is what he needs.
That's a lot of weight.
What's that? 22 pounds more on his legs.
He could barely land at 209 pounds. He could barely land the speed. With the speed, he could barely land at 209 pounds, right? So
good point.
If you slow the guy down.
Hey, Stu, Wilder spent for this coming ring walk. He spent $60,000 on his outfit.
Let's finish the call and then we'll move on. All right.
I'm sorry, guys. I can't hear. Can you guys even hear me? Because I'm struggling to hear you guys. That's why I'm talking all over
Yeah, we
everybody.
can hear you. We can hear you. We can hear you.
All right, man.
Look, check this out. Deontay Wilder is an athlete. 209 pounds. 209 compared to 231. It's gonna be a totally different monster in there, bro. Deontay Wilder, and I know his excuses, but he said he hurt his elbow. He shattered it. He said he was sick. The scale said 212. He came back and said 209 after everything was said and done.
Mm-hmm.
Man, we're talking about this dude at the. It's gonna be nasty, bro. That's all I have to say.
All right.
Yeah, but my point is though that's muscle that he's put on. So when you're carrying more muscle, the tank empties quicker. And if Fury can put it on Wilder and stay out of trouble long enough, I think you'll see Wilder's tank start to go, and I think that's when you'll see Wilder start to make defensive mistakes and start to get wild.
You don't have to go that far back though, Stu, guys, because in the Luis Ortiz fight, I think he was weighing around 225. He was actually kind of big for that fight just recently.
Yeah, but he wasn't fighting at a pace that was ever gonna. He could have gone 24 rounds like that, and that was not a pace that's gonna. That's not a pace that's gonna to take you to deep waters, is it? Let's be real. It's a fucking in deep waters. It's a paddling pool at best. You know what I mean? So Ortiz was throwing the same shots in bursts, and that's when I say take it to Wilder. I mean sit in the pocket and just go back and watch how he fought Cunningham when he got dropped. He all boxing went out the window, and he sort of took it to Cunningham, and that's what Fury can do. And I just think with Wilder's inside game, it's just not good enough to be able to cope with that. And I think that's the best way you beat Wilder.
Fury is
Otherwise,
most
you go to sleep.
dangerous.
All right, guys. Let's just finish with that game here. That game. Anything else?
Why don't you let the caller stay on for a bit longer, Butcho, man?
All right,
Where's a fucking conveyor belt or something?
All right. That game. I guess,
Getting like the boxing voice. What, we're going to have a 30-second time?
I think we should.
What he has to do, too, especially if his nerves are up, if Wilder's nerves are up, people are a little more jumpy in the ring. When he's not throwing punches, because he's actually an excellent feiner. For a dude his size, he does excellent feints. And Wilder bites at a lot of feints. Jabs, real stiff jabs, like you said. Put some sting on them fuckers. Get him on the beak, a couple of feints, and then just come behind with a punch or a right. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Go ahead, that game.
Did y'all see how many Brits traveled over, bro?
Always.
That
Good,
place
best
was
fans.
lit up with British fans.
Maybe the Mexicans can match. I don't even know, man. No, I think I don't know, man. But UK fans are like,
the Brits. The thing with Brits, right? The Brits just need any excuse to have a fucking holiday in the States, man. And when there's a big fight, for a couple of grand, a lot of these guys work hard all year. They get probably 2 holidays a year, if that one, probably. And when there's a big fight, like what better occasion to go and watch Wilder Fury in Las Vegas? Just as long as you stay at the casinos, because you can come back with your fucking house gone and all sorts at a weekend in Vegas. Do you know what I mean? As long as you stay at them, I mean, that's why the Brits they make occasion of it. But it's got to be a big fight. I mean, you're not going to take Jamie McDonnell over there, are you? Get that many people. It's got to be a big fight.
Hey, y'all, peace out, man. I'm out.
All right, take care, man.
All right, peace, brother. Wilder spent $60.
Go ahead.
I guess Wilder spent $60,000 on his fucking his walk to the ring outfit. $60,000. I haven't seen what it looks like.
Oh shit!
But these people like Wilder, will end up going broke very quickly when he stops boxing, because I see with Wilder very spending habits with Wilder. I've seen it. You've only got to look at the jewelry the man gets, and you same with Floyd. If Floyd can only he can only keep living like that for so long without that income.
He's gonna go out there looking like a transformer, like a Decepticon.
Yeah, Wilder's got money now, but it's like I said, I've seen richer people than Wilder on the scrap heap.
I just wanted to throw this point in there. I agree with Dead Game that Deontay Wilder's going to be more of a beast at 231, but also I believe that Fury is going to be more of a beast as well at 273, especially with a condition 273, not a flabby. So they're both going to be beasts.
I'll tell you what I think he needs to do, man. He needs to come out southpaw and he needs to stick that jab out there, loop the right hook around, because Wilder has a terrible high guard and you can easily stick a jab through there and loop a hook around. And I think if he uses his dominant hand to jab, keep moving to his right so Wilder can't plant his feet, and then loop that hook around, I think he can swell Wilder up pretty good, and then maybe later he switches orthodox and really starts to take it to him, sitting down on a
I
couple
agree with
right-hand
Stu Dial,
shots.
dog. I agree with Stu. Why go southpaw if you're gonna line yourself up for the right hand, especially if that you're not as proficient at it. You know,
And Wilder swells easy too.
Look, like I said, you've got to have Roy Jones at his peak athleticism to get away from them sort of shots. And Fury's slick and he's elusive, but he's not that sort of fighter sort of thing. He will get caught eventually by playing that game. I mean, Wilder throws that shot beautifully at times, and if he gets it right, you're in all sorts of trouble. So for me, he can still catch you with the orthodox shot. Don't get me wrong, but I think, like Gonzalo just said, you're just lining yourself up for that right hand, isn't it? So
yeah, I suppose.
With
Sorry, 559. You're on the air. 559. Let's keep it quick here. Barely. Not really. Hello?
Is that better?
Yeah, better. Welcome to the show. What's on your mind?
I just want to give my prediction on the fight. I want to say Fury's going to win this probably by decision. I mean, if you think about it, Fury is such a superior boxer than Wilder that if he really wanted to, he could go out and fucking Joshua Reed this shit and just dance around him all fucking all day if you really wanted to. But, you know, Fury's such a showman that I don't think he would do that, but he could if he fucking wanted to. Also, I don't think people are giving credit to the chin of Fury. I think he has a good chin, man. I think that's what it is. That's why Reed ended up winning that first fight. He had that fucking chin and Joshua didn't.
Okay, so what's your prediction then? Just Fury decision?
Fury by decision, yeah. And I know somebody mentioned Canelo and Boo Boo, how he didn't want to fight Boo Boo, but the thing with that and with Caleb Plant, the thing is at the moment Caleb Plant is hot. He'll draw some fucking names with Canelo, you know. Boo Boo ain't gonna fucking draw nobody. That guy, he fucked himself over a year ago. He was kind of hot for a little bit, and everybody's saying, "Oh, he's the boogeyman." Right now, nobody gives a shit about him. He fucked himself over with all his competition.
Yeah, he's right though. The caller's right. Canelo Alvarez would beat the living shit out of Andrade. I'm telling you now, that would be a destruction. So
I agree, 100%.
I don't want to see it. And look, Caleb Plant's getting his ass whooped as well. But like I said, Caleb Plant's he's a bigger guy than Andrade for a start. Stronger. And like I said, he's got power himself. So be a bit more competitive. I don't want to see any of them, to be honest with you. But
I heard he don't like
let's
to
not
get
pretend.
hit.
Let's not pretend Andrade stands a chance against Canelo Alvarez, because that'll be a destruction.
No, that would be the only. What would suck too is Canelo would have to carry the promotion, and that's what he doesn't want to do. It's like fucking, you know. And plus, he's a counter puncher, and it's not like Andrade is going to try to close the ground. So that means Canelo would have to change his style more. And why bother? Especially if you have to carry the promotion to beat somebody up. Fuck that. I don't blame him seriously for not taking Andrade. I'm just saying, don't say shit about it. You know, if you're gonna say, don't use the same thing that can be thrown in your face, because what's happening now, I guess, a bunch of fucking, of course, the YouTube videos, the LDBC's going berserk. They're starting to make videos about it. Just like, don't give them the ammunition. That's all.
Yeah. The guy I can't remember who in the chat said that Andrade's bigger than Caleb Plant. Look, Caleb Plant is an established super middleweight. He's been fighting there most of his career, right? Andrade a couple of years, 18 months ago, was fighting at 154, weren't he, or something like that? Come on, man.
Yeah.
I mean,
and he got dropped by
he might look taller, but let's be frame and everything, power.
He got put on his ass by Martirosyan.
Huh?
He got put on his ass by Martirosyan.
I mean, fucking hell, who was it? Cole Kai had him all over the shop. I mean, if that was another round, Cole Kai would have stopped Andrade. If Canelo Alvarez starts throwing them combinations, it's over.
Hey, Stu, I was going to say what I was told about that kid Plant, through that fucking grapevine of people talking out of the gym and shit. This is how it was put to me. by the trainer. It's a well-known fucking fact that Kid Plant don't like to get hit. That's just look at who they matched him with. So I did. I'm like, wow, like nobody hits hard. Nobody. They don't put him against anybody hit. But so I'm just saying that. And this guy's usually always right on. Fuck when he tells me shit. He just told me that it's a well-known fact in the boxing world that Caleb Plant doesn't react well to getting hit. So I'm just curious.
I was impressed with the Uzcategui win. I was impressed with the Uzcategui win because I know Uzcategui when he got decent power, but then he just went off.
I'm not. Uzcategui dude was a one-hit wonder.
He declined. Yeah, he declined.
He had put on one good fucking fight against Durrell, man. I think that was a flash in the pan because he looked like beat up dog shit ever since, including that fight against Sweet Pea. He was fucking horrible. He embarrassed himself, I think.
Caleb Plant gets hit. Caleb Plant gets hit far too much for me. It's only so long that guy can keep getting hit like that before someone knocks him out. I know you've only got to look at
in there with Canelo.
I know he's a white guy and they mark, but let's be real. That guy looks like he's been hit by a fucking truck every time he's been in a fight. That proves to me he's just getting hit far too much. And when you let Canelo hit you clean, then you're in big trouble. Let's be real. Kovalev will tell you that, and he's a light heavyweight.
We have a question for Jimmy here. Mr. E, thank you for the contribution. He says, yo, Jimmy, heard anything about Top Rank being up for sale?
I've heard nothing on those lines. No, sorry.
All right.
But I've heard nothing at all, not even a rumor of that.
I heard
the PBC was, but...
Oh,
you
yeah.
heard Top Rank was up for sale?
Yeah, but I was like, somebody wrote it somewhere. I don't even remember. But then I looked
was it
it
like
up.
was it in a blog or something?
Yeah, it was a comment. Yeah,
I'd like to see that though. I'd like to see Bob hang up the gloves. You know, he's like I said, #1 promoter on the planet. You know, through history will tell you that. But he's had his day.
He might hang up the shoes pretty soon because he's 90.
I'd like to see someone. Yeah, but I want to see. I'd like to see someone coming with some fresh ideas, some new ideas, and fresh ideas. Bring a bit of youth. Like I said, something like about Hearn, but his promotions are top notch, and I think Aram's lacking. Look what he's done an average job with Crawford, an average job with Lomachenko. He's got all these great fighters, and no one barely watches him. I mean, there's just no hype behind him. A poor promotion. I mean, did anyone in America even know Lomachenko's fighting when he's fighting? I mean, there's nothing to tell you that he is. There's no build-ups to half of these fights. I mean, look at the Crawford Khan build-up. I mean, it's absolutely fucking dreadful, weren't it? I mean, we just got 20 minutes of Khan sitting there like a nervous wreck and Crawford like inflexible foamed balsa wood. I mean, I'd get more of a conversation out of my fucking dartboard. So it was just...
Michael Montero and the IBFP put out videos that he's considering to sell, but that he would probably remain in his role as a CEO. And that the zone would most likely be, they're one of the runners up.
Now, what, Top Rank selling to the zone?
Yeah, kind of merging, but still remain like with their own.
I'd love that. I'd love that.
Yeah.
Because then if the zone
cross, they wouldn't have to cross promote. They would both belong to the same entity per se.
Hey, mate, that'd be great for boxing. If the zone could buy Top Rank, that'd be brilliant. Because then,
Hearn and
all that
get
talent
along well.
that Top Rank had got, man, fucking hell.
And Aram's always talked well about Hearn. You know what I mean? I know there's no animosity there.
Look, with Bob Arum, right? He'll do business with anyone. He's like I said, he's got that. That's what makes a good businessman. You can't bring personal feelings into business. You know, he thinks Eddie Hearn's a right prat. He does. He thinks Hearn's a douchebag. But at the end of the day, he makes a lot of money for him. So, you know, when you hear about these fighters when you hear about these fighters and promoters that don't want to work with Eddie Hearn, they're just biting their nose off to spite their face.
Like fucking Hearn, I mean, dude, he's putting 90,000 people in Wembley. You know what I mean? Fuck. I mean, Hearn's, I think he's a good promoter because even if he interjects, some people say he interjects himself, but he's got that kind of personality. You know what I mean? Whether it's polarizing to some people and other people like it. I don't know. I have no problem with that kid at all. He grew up in the game. You know what I mean? He grew up in the business.
Hearn was smart. What he did, right? He realised when he was coming through as promoter, he realised that it was the era of the internet, and he used IFL TV to build a lot of his cards. Because when you think about it, people don't really give Kugan Cassius the credit he deserves for building up Eddie Hearn as a brand. because that's where most people got their information on these fighters. Because at the time, the main broadcasts were barely showing boxing. You wasn't seeing. Look how it is today. It's everywhere. But before you barely see any boxing. You had to rely on the internet to get this, and I think he went down the internet route, and I think that's what helped him. Where a lot of these old stubborn American promoters, they're fucking stuck in their old way.
He's pretty smart because he went out to Tijuana, Mexico to an Estrada card, and he had a fighter, so Estrada beat his fighter, and he signed the Mexican, and he realized that Mexico is similar to the United Kingdom and Britain because the fans, he got captivated by that feeling. So he's pretty smart, and he's signing some Mexican guys. And also, let's be fair, he's been kind of gracious to fighters like Tevin Farmer and Bubu Andrade that don't entertain, but they're still making millions of dollars. So yeah, he does good things for fighters as well.
Look, mate, fucking hell. I mean, he turned Tevin Farmer. I think Tevin Farmer's on the fucking Forbes list, and the amount of money he's made Tevin Farmer. I mean, who would have believed it when you look at his record? So yeah, he overpays fighters, but that's not a bad thing, is it? You know, you want to see fighters get, but I don't want to see it where fighters are demanding ridiculous fees to fight average guys,
Yeah.
and then
As long as it doesn't affect the sport, yeah. Because the PBC marinates too much, Jimmy. Like they pay fighters a lot, but they don't fight as often. Yes.
No, they don't pay fighters a lot, dude. That's the thing. They did that the first 18 months when he had all that hedge fund money. In fact, they're getting paid below in the industry standards outside of the headliner. And on top of that,
have you noticed, Jimmy? Have you noticed though, since the zone come along, they've been paying their guys a bit more though?
Oh, no, they're headline guys. They're top end guys. The guys down to the bottoms, those are the ones you listen to, the ones who are tweeting and saying, like, what the fuck? Not only can't they get a fight, their pay has gone way down. There's a bunch of non-disclosure fucking things. Once those end, we're gonna hear a lot, especially what if he sells. But if Top Rank goes over to the zone, forget it. It's done. No own boxing. And I bet you Golden Boy wouldn't be far behind it. I bet you Golden Boy would. If they all went into one umbrella, that would be crazy.
The thing is, I think they put all their eggs into the Wilder basket. You know, they're paying this guy a lot of money to keep him because obviously there's other promoters that will snap him up in a heartbeat.
Losing the shirt on him. It's insane.
Yeah.
I saw a chart. I can't remember where I deal with it. I have it in one of my folders. I'll send it over to Boot Show. It's crazy. This kid broke it all down. And, dude, it was nuts. When you look at the fighters, right, the champions from the PBC and say champions in the zone, and you look at he has this chart with all the cross promotions for the last 5 years. It is so fucking fast when you come to the PBC. Just literally a handful of cross promotions.
Yeah.
So you can truly see he's been dogging the sport.
Yeah, he's quite happy to throw fucking Sean Porter to the lions, isn't he? I'm sure he wants to see Sean Porter killed in a boxing ring. He keeps feeding him to these lions. I mean, but when it comes to his favourites, then you're never going to see Errol Spence crossing over fighting Crawford. That Crawford's going to have to come begging, and he's going to have to come on the PBC and all sorts, you know, for that fight to happen. He's just not going to cross over his best guys. Just like Wilder, he was never going to let Wilder fight on ESPN. It had to be a joint promotion, and thank God the fight was made because there's not many companies that let that happen. So you got to give them respect for that. But he just don't, you know, he's got a few that he'll feed to the lions. He like I said, Sean Porter.
Well, Sean, know what it is. His old man Kenny doesn't take his old man Kenny isn't baffled by fucking Heyman's bullshit. You know what I mean? So Kenny's always been very outspoken. Plus, Porter is that type of dude who wants to fight everybody else. I personally think a lot of the PBC champions are posers, dude. They're like good athletes who boxing was the way they could make their money. You know what I mean? It's just like they're not fighters at heart. You can see by who they fight. Yeah, I mean, fuck. All right, Plant. The kid's got fucking full white guy. It was a joke. I can't say it on this because whatever. But fucking. But dude, fuck. That dude hasn't fucking. No, he hasn't fought anybody. He fought 2 bums in a row, and then when they offer him a fight against, Callum Smith or somebody, and he's like, no, I need time to rest. Dude, you fought 2 literal handpicked, do you know his last 10 fights, the average combined world rankings of his last 10 opponents is 158? 158, that's his average of his last 10 opponents, including winning his belt. They're like ranked 288, ranked 292nd. Dude, he's fighting fucking cab drivers. So, but my
Yeah, I
point
guess
being,
the PBC is like really backing him up, and they're trying to promote him, especially since his girlfriend works for the
well,
PBC.
his wife now, they got married.
Yep, that's right. Yeah.
Jake Donovan's calling him the new power couple of boxing. It's like, give me a break. What about last year when the PBC was playing the story? Remember his daughter died, and he was showing him at the fucking, at the wake with his wife at the
Who are you
time.
talking about here, Jimmy?
What's that?
Who are you talking about? I'm confused.
Plant. Plant's daughter died.
Caleb Plant, yeah.
And Caleb Plant, and they did this thing with his wife and shit. And it was put the strength of us, the strength of her, what pulled me through it. Like if you could get your hands on it, I can't find it. They pulled it down off everything. But he was talking about the strength he got by over his daughter's death because of the strength of his woman. And 4 months later, he's banging fucking Jordan from the Fahadi, from fucking PBC, who was only an intern. You know when she was doing those PBC shows? You know when she was showing up and doing those, and she was doing the Jordan Hardy special on PBC? Al Heyman wasn't even paying her. She was still just an intern. Her first paying gig was Fox. Can you believe that? She had her own Jordan Hardy show on PBC, and she was an intern. By calling her an intern, that means she didn't have to pay her.
Hey, Jimmy, how did his daughter die?
I think it was SIDS. It's a shame. God rest her soul. That's horrible, man. That breaks my heart for the kid. I'm not I'm not making fun at all. I'm saying, but it's kind of slimy. Like it's just like, okay, dude, you played that angle, like trying to. Everybody tries to do whatever they can do to get the sympathy of the crowd, whatever. So they played that, and then the next time I see you, you're kissing the chick from fucking B. I'm like, what's going on, man? And then So what I did was went to his girlfriend, the one that he dumped. I went to her Instagram and shit page, and they read all kinds of shit. She was cutting him up pretty good. He was cheating on her with her and shit. And then his mom died, was shot by the police.
All right, guys.
Caleb Plant.
Caleb
Plant.
It's like
Fucking that guy's had it tougher than I have.
Dude, he's the blackest dude in the fucking. He's the blackest dude in the fucking PBC. Seriously, man, he is like fucking. Yeah, no, there was on Reddit. There was a meme about him, dude. It was in the crowd that was there. You know that fucking old that fucking douchebag fucking Wigger fucking meme with the kid, dude. The whole crowd was like that after him.
I tell you what, though, his wife's quite tidy. I know that she's all right, man. He's done all right there.
Yeah, no. Oh yeah, no, it was an upgrade. No offense, man. It was an upgrade, big time.
Definitely, man. It's like like from PlayStation 1 to PlayStation 4, isn't it?
you know what his ex-wife would say? Yeah, you know why? Her body ain't fucked up from having a baby. Ooh.
Oh, yeah, they all use that excuse. Not that they sit on their ass fucking eating like slobs like all day and don't do any exercise. No, it's not that. It's because they had a baby, yeah.
Yeah.
No, you know what I mean? I was that was kind of cold because I was using it as like, I get fucked up, the baby dies, and you take off and fucking Miss fucking Prince. But she's also an educated chick. I guess she got a full boat to college for long jumping and pole vaulting and shit. I guess she's a real good athlete.
All right, guys, we're losing. Yeah, we're losing people over here. I think they want to hear about Wilder and Fury.
Okay, all right.
But I mean, there's so much we can say. I mean, we already talked about it.
No. Right? I don't know. I haven't given my prediction yet, motherfucker. I don't know,
it's
man.
true. You're.
Either way, I think I just have a gut feeling. Either way, it's going to be early. I think someone's going out early within the first 4. I think it ends early. I'm just not fucking sure.
Come on, Jimmy. You can do it.
Because I'm telling you, he doesn't have, with that, at 270 pounds, all he has to do, because if you look at any time the videos of Wilder getting whacked, he's real, when he doesn't see it coming, bang him in the eye the first couple of times. Maybe try to get an elbow, get his eye a little mushy or a little blurry, and throw a few feints, a couple of jabs, and then fucking come around the top, come over the top on the right he doesn't see, get him goofy, and then jump all over him. He's not going to, one-shot him, but I believe he could fucking get him hurt enough and then just swarm him, especially if he's in the early rounds and has the energy. So that's how I think he'd put him out. And with Wilder, it'd be the opposite. It would be just that one cannon, boom, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And put fucking Fury out. So it's going to be early. I believe it's going to be in the first 4 rounds. My heart said, of course I want to see fucking Fury win. And only because Andres Hale at the fucking press conference bringing up race. Like, what a douchebag.
Oh
What a
man.
douchebag. And fucking, respect the fucking Fury. Yeah, Andres Hale. Yeah, he during the questioning at the fucking press conference.
ESPN. That interview, you saw it, Stu, no? You said it.
No, I thought his name was that fat guy.
Well, he's a black dude, Andres Hale.
Yeah, but his name's not Andre. Is it something else?
First question. It was the first question yesterday. It was cringe.
And yeah, dude, I could be
pronouncing
pronouncing his name wrong. I know it's spelled Andreas.
Didn't see that, Jimmy.
Maybe this.
No, I haven't seen that one.
I
mate.
saw the Fox Sports interview. There's two guys, I think ex-NFL players or something, and then they asked Fury about something about the white hope against the black, and then immediately Fury interrupted again, like, this isn't about race, and started talking. Is that what you saw, Stu?
Yeah.
Fury did the same thing when that Andres Hale brought up race.
Yeah,
he got pretty hammered on Twitter. He got hammered on Twitter.
This is how little that guy must know about boxing. How can Fury be the great white hope when Klitschko reigned for 10 years?
No, they don't know
I just
shit.
don't get it.
They don't know shit. They don't know.
No, the guy was asking the guy Andre.
When he said about the Kronk Gym, right, and then Detroit, they didn't know what he was. They didn't know what the Kronk Gym was. Get out of it. They don't know what the Kronk is.
Listen, when it comes to these football players, NFL football players, and ESPN, they know shit all about boxing. They don't know nothing.
Nothing.
They're tough dudes. Don't get me wrong. They may know how to fight. They'll kick Shannon Briggs' ass on a street fight, but they're not. They don't know nothing about boxing.
They know about Mike Tyson.
The white hope. I'm like, yeah, Vladimir Klitschko, the guy I beat, he's fucking beating African Americans like they were nothing.
Yeah, exactly. Nobody talks about Vladimir Klitschko, right? Heavyweight champion for I don't know how many years, and he wasn't black. But anyways, guys, hit that like button. Come on, you can do it.
Yeah,
and
I mean,
Jimmy,
that's just the ignorance, and we've got to get away from that. We've got to get away from tagging fighters with their race. Do you know what I mean? And why can't it just be the two best fighters in the world getting in there, putting on a show for fans? It's
exactly. Always.
Listen, if it was two white guys or two black guys in there, if they were the best, then I want to see it. I don't care all about all that shit. And this is the thing: these people, they're not boxing people, so they're just brainwashed to race bait all their careers, and they think they can do it in boxing, man. It was tasteless, but luckily Fury put them right.
Yep. Jimmy, give us your prediction. Come on.
Pull the trigger, Jimmy. Pull the trigger.
All right. My fucking head says Wilder. My heart says fucking Fury, guy. I don't know, man. I should flip a coin.
Don't they say follow your heart?
All right, follow my heart. Fuck, boy. I'm going in on the Gypsy King. He's going to stop that fucking Bama snake salesman. No.
Which round?
Dude, I've been handling, I've been even picking rounds lately. Never mind the winner, so I've been doing good. But, yeah, I'm going to stick with fucking Fury only because he put on that weight, and this is a big moment, and he's a fucking character. I just think he has to hide a right hand. I think if he catches him and swarms him, because Wilder stays drunk for a while. You ever notice when he has been hurt, even walking to the corner, he's never really steady. He takes a while.
Mm-hmm.
And he's been bent, and every time his jaw gets bent, he's taking a lot of shots too, even at the level of competition. So who knows, man? It would be a shock to the fucking. And the reason, listen, has nothing to do with race. The reason why I want him to win, because of his story, because it went through the drugs, the drunk, come back from something like that, and the fucking, you know what I mean? And for that reason, and for another one, because Wilder has ducked Joshua, has ducked White, has ducked all those UK fucking dudes you can bang for years. So for that, I want Fury to win.
Which round you said?
Yeah, I mean,
wait, hold on. Which round? Which round? Which round?
Oh, which round? I'm going fucking third or fourth. It'd have to be.
Jimmy,
There's no way. I can't see him stopping him later because they'll lose what that'll be the event. I'm gonna say a fourth round. What? Fucking Fury, fourth round stoppage.
That's the craziest prediction we've had so far. But
that is. Yeah. That is a bit of a strange one. But like I said, heavyweight boxing, anything can happen. Don't be surprised if someone gets starched in the first. I've seen it happen in many big fights. So, you know,
I used to
I don't
think it
want.
was an
I
uneven
want to
playing
get a bit.
field.
I want to get a bit of value for the money I've just paid out. I want a bit of value, so I want it to go a few rounds. But obviously, I want Fury to win because, yeah.
Hey Jimmy,
I used to think it was an uneven playing field because you have a PBC and a top ranked guy, but when you got 3 American judges and an American referee, I don't know about that anymore.
Yeah, but the thing is, this is why I keep preaching, man. Take it out of the judges' hands. Go out. I know that's it's easier said than done, but take it out of the judges' hands. Don't give them an excuse to take it.
Someone's in the chat. Oh, go ahead. You cut
No,
out.
that's it. That's it.
Yeah, you gotta take it away from the judges' hand, especially with these judges. We don't know what's gonna happen. Kenny Bayless is in there as a referee, but anyways, somebody in the chat saying certain Americans don't support certain other Americans. Wink, wink. That's
Look,
right.
Fury's got a lot. Fury's got a lot of American fans.
Yeah, but they're complaining about Jimmy not going with the American. That's what's happening here.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
really?
certain
Oh,
Americans
yeah.
don't support certain other Americans. I agree.
By certain, what does that mean by certain? Why can't they say,
Oh, he's
what does
talking
certain
about.
mean?
He's
They don't
trying
want
to
to say
Meaning
it.
like because I'm white, I don't follow black boxers?
Right, but black
exactly.
fighters don't follow. Black fans don't follow white fighters anyway. So what are you talking
No,
about?
exactly. I know, right? I know. It's like fucking Ted Bundy giving you fucking,
Hey, they follow
fucking
Rigon. Hey,
advice on treating women good.
recognize.
The fuck out
They
of
follow
here.
Rigondeaux. They follow Rigondeaux. They follow
Right,
Lara.
he's Cuban.
And Jimmy was just talking about Caleb Plant. He's white, and I don't think he's a big fan.
I was just shitting
Right,
all
Jimmy?
over that fucking zipperhead. My favorite fighter of all. I'm not even gonna fucking entertain
Don't
it.
do it,
Whatever.
Jimmy.
Suck my nuts.
Exactly.
Listen, man, he's okay. He's okay, Caleb Plant, but I don't like him. I personally don't like him.
Nobody complained about that, right? When Jimmy was saying that, but all of
No.
a sudden he just
Thank you,
mentioned the black guy
Gonzalo.
picking.
Thank you. Exactly. And it's because because he was ducking motherfuckers. Right? I don't care who Crawford fights. I'm gonna pick him.
There's a guy in the chat that said Fury's gypsy. He's not white. I mean, fucking what planet is this guy?
I think he's trolling.
No, I even
Gypsy's
fucking
not-
made a point. You know
Gypsy's
what sucks?
not
Like, dude, I even made a point to say race has nothing to do with it. I laid out my reasons, and then he still fucking fires that off.
Yeah, I know this guy. He's been in the chat for a while. I know he's LDBC probably.
But you know what I mean? It's like I even find out the reasons why I want to see him.
Yeah.
It's like I'm
They don't care.
anti-PVC.
They don't care. They're gonna
You know?
ignore everything you say.
Mate,
Yeah.
I don't like what Al Hammond's done to the fucking sport, but whatever.
Yeah. Well, they don't care if you say
Look,
that.
there's
Yeah.
there's a lot of people. Look, there's a lot of people that work because they don't. Let's be real.
Oh, you're cutting off, Stu. All right.
What blows my mind the most is the PBC fans. They're on Twitter. You get on Twitter, right? And it's just such a sewer. And you get on there and these imbeciles saying the most absurd shit. And then they're actually cheering that their guys aren't going over and fighting Crawford. Like, they think that's awesome. Big fucking smiley emojis. It's like, dude, what are you guys doing here? You know what I mean?
I'm on Twitter. You know that, Jimmy, and it's pretty disgusting. These people, man, disgusting.
Yeah,
hey, look at this.
That's what, like, when they say, "Oh, there was a call a few days." I don't know how to necessarily word it, but I guess you guys can help me out. When somebody said that, they want to block Anthony Joshua out of the American market.
Mhm.
Basically, what you're trying to do, if you do that, you're saying you're gonna block all the fights from the zone, and you're gonna stop watching those fights because you don't want to watch Anthony Joshua. So you're not gonna watch Canelo. You're not gonna watch all these fights every week, and that's just kind of like stupid.
Look, for what that'd be stupid on Wilder's team's behalf. For Wilder to be a superstar in America, he has to beat Fury and Joshua. If he does that, then he's the biggest star in America. Trust me, that's how big it'll make him.
Hey, Stu, you're cutting off.
This fight's
yeah.
building momentum. I mean, it's
I
massive.
think I'm on LSD again.
I've never
Yeah.
seen.
Are you back, Stu? Because you were cutting off. Yeah, Stu, you should do something about your connection.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes. No, you're breaking up again. Go fix your connection. All right. Somebody said that Wilder's getting the Serena Williams treatment. Okay. I don't know what that means. Was there anything against the Williams sisters?
Yeah, because she's black.
All right, let's move on. I don't want to talk about this shit, man. This is ridiculous.
Hey, man, by the way, I watched the weigh-in.
Yeah.
They both look good, man. You know, obviously, Wilder's always ripped, but he looks good with the weight on. And Fury with the weight on looks lean, actually. And he looks healthy.
Yeah.
He finally, like, looks, you know, like, he doesn't look off. Like, he has kind of slim legs in the beginning of it when on his first comeback. I didn't like that too much. Now he just looks lean.
Yeah, and
you can tell he was working hard.
Go ahead.
He's a talented
He was working
enough
hard
fighter.
because.
Nope.
Yeah. Go ahead, Jimmy. Go ahead.
No, you go, Gonzalo.
Because he came in at 273. I suspect he was going to come around 275, actually. I put it on the comments when it began. Look, because he was training, and when he spoke, I'm be coming in around 270. But he stopped training maybe like a few days ago. Maybe he threw like a light session yesterday. But with the meals and all, he was 270. Now he's 273. By tomorrow, he's probably going to come around the same size, maybe a pound or two more. I know these guys ain't cutting weight, but he looks strong.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, he looks strong. There's obviously more muscle mass involved in here.
I hope he stays out of I hope he stays away all day. I hope they didn't make him do any obligations. Like sometimes you have to meet with press and do photos and shit. If his team was smart, I hope they said, fuck you, and he stays locked up in his fucking suite. Drapes closed, fucking TV off, and just let him sleep. And just rest. Don't do anything.
Right, listen, you know, don't jerk off tonight. Just fucking go to sleep, bro.
Worst thing you can do, dude. That's not even a fucking wise test. Takes a lot of your fucking, especially when you're older. You don't want to do that. Think about it. It's when it's when you're most vulnerable, right after your nut. Oh, your manhood's gone. You say stupid shit. You cuddle up like a fucking goof. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you go to sleep.
Yeah, you can take my car. You gotta go to the store. Yeah, hey, use my car.
See, when you're backed up, you got all that shit in you. You got that in you. You know, you got that. I want to kill somebody right now.
Exactly. Fucking man's most vulnerable time. That 20 seconds after your nut, you can get him to say anything.
Yeah, you get weak at the knees too.
Oh, of course.
Remember
Bambi
Mike Tyson against Clifford Etienne? I think that fight that ended in 1 round. I don't know if you guys remember the Black Rhino. I think was his name. Anyways, after the fight,
guy was in prison.
there was a commentator or somebody said, "Yep, Clifford Etienne had sex before the fight." Oh no, was it that fight? No, it was another fight with Clifford Etienne.
I think so.
Yeah, Emmanuel Stewart, I think, said something. Yeah, he had sex before, like yesterday. Yep, that's what happened. Like he knew. It's like, damn.
Well, Mike Tyson's wife in that interview on Channel 5, man, in front of the whole world, millions of people watching, talked about their sex life, how it was a problem because Mike wouldn't have sex 6 weeks before a fight.
Yeah.
I didn't even think Mike Tyson said that he went years without having sex at some point.
Yeah, when he was in jail.
Yeah, aside from jail, obviously in jail also. But no, who knows? I think he was messing with the nurse in jail. He said he fucked the nurse.
Yeah, a nurse who was doing fucking 15 to 20 who walks around with a shirt tied to knot.
Yeah, imagine like you've been holding it in for like so many months. Then the night before the fight, you have like a wet dream. And then you're like, fuck, I lost all my energy.
Dude, no, all kidding aside, the reason why I said that, seriously, Gonzalo, dude, you would be shocked how many straight dudes within months sometimes of doing their bid are fucking balls deep into some fucking little fruit cup. And they can't swear to God. Or some dudes doing 3 years, 4 years.
Yeah, exactly.
They're fucking catching fucking smokers in the fucking showers.
Yeah, I mean,
It's
there's
like,
some
dude,
truth to that,
you
man.
can't jerk off for
There's a lot
18
of
months.
homosexuality in prison. I will say
Dude,
that.
a lot of it's taken ass. A lot of it's done through domination and just through fucking. You know what I mean? I mean, it's terrible shit, man. Eddie O'Brien, look that dude up on the internet. Eddie O'Brien. Whew, this kid come in at 17 years old, little freckle-faced redhead who stabbed his best friend's mother 91 times. You know, like the
God.
Halloween shit. Never even. Yeah, at 14 or 15 he did it. So they rolled him into fucking Shirley, where I was a CEO. By the time he was 17, dude, by the time he was 20 years old, he was straight the biggest rapist in the place, dude. He was taking people because he grew up to like 6'7", 350 pounds, redhead, fucking dead eyes, walked all goofy like that knobby kneed, but he was a psycho. But yeah, no, he was a straight rapist. Nuts, dude. It's crazy.
Hey, what's the deal with Anthony Joshua? There's rumors that he's like gay because he never comes out with girls, only guys in jacuzzis.
It's like Lennox Lewis.
Well,
Remember?
think about it, dude. That's like if you don't like Anthony Joshua, what's the best thing to do in certain circles? Spread that. And if he doesn't put himself out with a chick, maybe he's got a girl who likes her privacy. Maybe he's dating a celebrity on the DL. But I would imagine paparazzi over there are pretty hardcore. But I heard he doesn't go out too often, right? He's not a big club guy. I don't know. No, Stu said that, I believe. That's before. Yes, I think Stu said that. So who knows? Even if he was, who gives a fuck? He entertains me. I don't give a fuck. You want to fucking dude? You bleed for me in the ring. I don't give a fuck if somebody's teabagging you in the fucking dressing room.
Because he comes out like in the small jacuzzi, like with an
dude,
entourage
right?
of like
Who
big
gives a
muscular
shit?
black dudes only.
Dude, imagine at the end of fucking war. You imagine if you went to see Ward Gotti, right? At the end of that fight, somebody turned to you and said, "Hey, you know that fucking Gotti or Ward, either one of them, a homosexual?" Would that have made you say, "Oh, that fight suddenly sucked"? Right? Think about it. I don't give a. You know what I mean? So my point being, I don't give a fuck who's gay. That shit. I'm confident enough for my sexuality. I don't like. You know what I mean? So when people fucking say that shit, it's like whatever.
Yeah, they say
Emmanuel.
ML Griffith was gay, right? Then I think.
Oh yeah, no,
right,
he was
Bobby?
gay, dude. He was gay, dude. He didn't even hide that. What? That didn't come out after he retired. People knew that back then.
But
He was
like the guy
flagrant
he
about it.
faced, I think he said like a gay innuendo,
it
and
was
that's why he
correct.
killed him. Yeah,
correct.
was that true?
Yeah, the
Like
rumors were, he called him a fag.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
he killed him,
Yeah, he
right?
beat him. Yeah, he killed him.
Yeah.
But they said he was never the same after that. It really fucked him up.
Like, don't you ever call me gay in public.
Oh, that's crazy. That one guy recognized. You know how they talk about there's not a lot of good Puerto Rican fighters? What that Puerto Rican guy, Sobrel Matias, is fighting, the guy that killed Dadashev. He's got 15 KOs and 50 knockouts. I didn't know he had that record.
Mateus is gay?
No, he's fighting. I'm correlating that because somebody mentioned the death. Oh, yeah, I was talking about Emmanuel Griffith. Yeah, he's fighting on the undercard. Sobrel Matias, the Puerto Rican guy. He's pretty good.
That's one of the hardest things for me, man. I miss the Puerto Rican fighters, man. Boxing to me isn't the same without a bunch of Puerto Rican military. It was just Puerto Rican against Mexico. Those fucking fights were unbelievable.
Yeah, they're genociding my island. That's what's going on.
Yeah. Yeah, that kid's pretty good.
I was told it was by a Puerto Rican fighter coach around here who still has property in Puerto Rico. He was saying, this is what he told me. I'm not saying I would know more than you, believe me, but he told me that it was because of not the cost of living, the fucking quality of life has raised so much in the past 3 decades in Puerto Rico, for the most part in all the metropolitan areas, that it's not such an socioeconomic reasons. The reason why, again, a lot of fighters do it to get out of not for the money. It was always the way to get out of the ghetto type shit.
Yeah, no.
I never
more
understood this
accurate.
recognized. The Puerto Rico is part of the United States, but it isn't. How's that work? Is it got American currency over? Yeah.
Well, yeah, of course they use American currency. They use the dollar. Everything.
If you're born in the island, you're a United States citizen, but at the same time you're not. Or
it's like
how's that work?
No, you're a citizen. You like, look, I'll give you an example.
You can't be an illegal Puerto Rican.
Right. There's no elite. Like I was born there, never had to go through paperwork to come to America. I just came. Just no problem. It's a common.
And nobody would ever they have a military meeting. Like if anybody ever fuck with Puerto Rico, that would be like them fucking with Virginia. They'd be dead.
Right. Yeah.
So you're
eventually.
American
I
We can't
personally
vote for
think
the president. We cannot vote for the presidency.
No.
What else? What else we can't do? We don't
think that'll
receive
change
like
someday.
welfare from them.
Yeah.
Like
you don't. But you don't pay federal income tax, I believe.
No, you don't.
No. So a lot of rich
there's no
people
jobs over there, man, unless you're like rich.
Yeah, a lot of rich people are going over there and actually creating jobs because there's no federal income tax. So they're like, fuck that.
Yeah, they are. It's true. But the what you call it, the middle class in Puerto Rico is almost non-existent, man.
Yeah.
It's like fucking really. It's like you're really poor, and even like the people that have houses, they're really poor, man. They don't have that much money. They're not too far from like the people that are like just fucking, living in the bottom of the barrel, basically.
So you can find like a hot Puerto Rican girl that's just living like very humbly, very humble.
Oh yeah. You definitely find that. You definitely find
but unless I'm white, I would never go because if you have to go off into one of those jungle towns, they'll find you where they find you. You know what I mean? I don't think the brothers out there would appreciate that.
No, you know what? Puerto Rican guys, I don't think Puerto Rican guys care about like.
No, I'm talking about if it was like a village hot chick.
Don't want their girls dating. Puerto Rican guys don't want their girls dating other Latinos of different ethnic groups. They get pissed off more with that
too. Nobody wants to see their sister fucking around with a chorus.
Maybe if they date a black guy, maybe they're like a little iffy, but they don't really care. White guy, they're like it is what it is. But for some reason, it's like, oh, I'm Dominican and I'm Cuban or some shit like that. They'd be like, fucking sucia.
That means dirty.
Fucking pig, you whore.
Like Oscar De La Hoya, he married Puerto Rican, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
Hey, did Trinidad also his money?
What's her name?
Millie Cortier.
Yeah. Her family got money, bro. Her father, I forgot what he did, but that motherfucker made money.
They're separated, right? Because Oscar De La Hoya, like everything that he's done, right? I don't know.
I don't know, but I would think that she broke up with him for the money. You know what I'm saying? Plus, like that other stuff that came out.
When she saw the Oscar and panties, I'm pretty sure she was like, "What the heck is this?"
I don't think it helps the marriage when you see your husband in fucking with frilly knickers on and a dildo in his hand or something.
I don't think he does.
Did you guys see the fucking awkward hug between him and Ryan Garcia? You could tell that shit isn't like they're not really besties.
Oh.
After the fucking Garcia fight, because Oscar, it was cringy. Yeah. It was so Oscar looked. It was cringy. Like, all right, dude, it was almost like sucking up to him too much, like giving him a little punch to the chest, and it's like, come on, Oscar.
They should, because there's a lot of parallels, and I mentioned it before. It's true. They kind of look alike.
They know he's all
they
fucked
do look
up,
alike
dude.
a little bit.
No, listen, there's a ton of parallels. Everybody thought Oscar was gay too back then. I'm just being honest. A lot of people did, because he had that high pitched voice and he had a lisp. And a lot of people thought he was gay.
Thought he was gay.
Oh yeah,
and they thought right. They thought right.
Well, they thought he was gay, and at the same time, he was getting 14-year-olds in Mexico pregnant.
Oh,
yeah. I mean, listen, a guy could have sex with a woman and still be a gay man.
No, I know. I'm saying, but dude, that's how slimy he was.
Yeah, he was slimy.
He was banging children in Mexico. Yes, I can.
I'm not sure if anyone can hear me. I'll ask you a question, Jimmy.
Yes.
Do you think the PBC fighters? Do you think a few of them are thinking, "I wish I'd stayed with Oscar"? Do you think they would have been better for their career if they'd stayed with Oscar?
I think so.
Oh, dude, listen, absolutely. I mean, come on. This is like not even opinion. If people wanted, there's actual hard numbers that people made mistakes. Right now, as it stands, at the zone offer was real. It was seen by people, sent out of a fucking law office, $120 million to Wilder, and he turned it down. So far, since turning it down, he's received 40. That's still 80 million on the table. Is he going to make another 80 million? I don't believe so. Okay, unless he keeps, whatever. I don't see it happening. Look at Broner. Broner turned down an 8-fight, $40 million deal from Rock Nation, who was trying to sign everybody. They gave Cotto $60 million. It was insane. He turned it down. Since turning that fight down, since turning that contract, total, he's made $9,400,000 from the PBC. So he's on Instagram asking for $10. So this hard facts that tribalism has cost people tens of millions of dollars. Staying with the PBC. Never mind their career stagnation. Look at fucking everybody was. Remember Errol Spence? Does anybody even talk about him anymore now? I mean, I know it was the accident, but listen, that didn't change. He fought once in 2017.
Dude, street dudes are smarter than them. Street hustlers are smarter than these guys. You know how many street
There's
hustlers
no continuation. There's no momentum.
I'm fucking with those Dominicans over there. They got the shit.
Listen,
the
wasn't the
Errol Spence
PBC
situation
champion?
is very, very strange. When your coach doesn't even know what the heck you're doing, and no mention. I mean, I know he came out on video, but he was looking kind of like lethargic. But aside from that, no more footage. Yeah, I know there's a lot of people. You guys want to.
I don't know, man. I mean, look, if like Jimmy said, if that fucking $120 million was real, it was a 3-fight deal for 120. If that was legit and he turned it down and he's not making that kind of money in return, that was stupid.
No, dude, that 120, I believe, wasn't even a 3-fight deal. It was a one-off, I think, to go and make that fight. Because they knew it would generate that kind of money. I think it was just a one-off, but it would have to be on the zone. And you know what I was told? 100%. In fact, it was said in a meeting that it was in boxingaddicts.com or whatever. But anyways, because they wouldn't say how much Joshua was getting, and Finkel lost it. That was the sticking point. It came real that close. I guess Heyman flew to the meeting. When he found out about it. I've heard more and more about it. If you guys have read about it too. That's what got Lou DiBella fired, because Lou DiBella was representing Wilder. Eddie Hearn reached out to, listen, I'm going to offer you 100. That's what you think. Like, obviously, it was. I'm not saying, when I talk like saying obviously, I'm not talking to you by that way. I'm not saying it like say to you. But I'm saying obviously the thing was real, because it was real enough to get fucking DiBella on a plane to London the next day, and then it was real enough that he flew to Alabama, said, you got to take this fucking call, dude, this meeting. And fucking, of course, fucking Wilder or whatever, Finkel found out, called Heyman. Heyman was in on the meeting and whispered to Wilder when they said, again, the 120 million, I guess the person representing the zone said, we're offering you, I forget the terminology of the money, he said. And at the same token, it said that at that time, Wilder's, one powerful manager leaned in, as I'm trying to remember the article, and whispered into Wilder's ear, that 120s, that's training money for Floyd, what Floyd made with Pacquiao. So my thing is, I'm like, wow, dude, he's still using that from 5 years ago. But dang, not to pat myself on the shoulder, but didn't I tell you, Bucho, a couple of years ago, I said, listen, I guarantee you, that's how we got all those dudes. Promised them all the fucking May pay. You saw what I just did, that Mayweather money? Because remember, that happened in May. The PBC was kicked off just a few weeks before. So, that's how he got them all. He got them with all that money. And I knew Floyd was involved, yeah. So he leaned in and actually said that 5 years later.
You think Floyd was in the office?
What's that?
You think Floyd Mayweather was in the office without
it's certain. It's certain with certain fighters that he would have. Certain fighters. No, you kidding me? He double teamed, because listen, Floyd's input. Floyd got bigger slices of pies because of that. Oh, I'm sure guys who he would show up with all the best jewelry. You know what that motherfucker just got me? I just made $300 million for that fight, and he blinded them with the pictures of the fucking stacks of money, and the fact that he's still using it in 2019. He leaned in and said that to Wilder. But it got him on a plane, got him involved. But anyways, that's what got fucking Wilder fired. There's that Instagram picture with Heyman. I mean, I heard last week in a fight, would have given a thumbs up, and you can see, Lou just trying not to look, but now he's right next to fucking Hearn. That picture never would have been taken when he was still with the PBC. But he even said it. He tweeted about it.
Do you know what alarms me? When Joshua was interviewed a few weeks back, he's still going on about Wilder not deserving 50-50. And he's still, and if Joshua was really about the fact, really about legacy, why are you going to hold a fight back for the sake of 10%? I mean, if that's, I don't know if he's just being petty, but it don't look good for me. I mean, let's be real. I know Wilder probably, in the real world, Wilder doesn't deserve 50-50 when it comes to revenue. But after this, if he knocks Fury out, right? And, this is a massive event. I mean, let's be real. It's all over the TV. I've got BBC News on now. And they've just showed you the build-up to the Wilder and the Fury fight. They've just showed you, 5-minute clip, which is... Never see that on the BBC. They never promote boxing. This is everywhere. All over the UK, all over America. This is a massive fight. So this is going to propel the winner of this fight onto the next level. And I think Joshua is going to be trailing behind a little bit. And I think he's got a bee in his bonnet. And he's still coming up with this, I'm not sure about that. I'm not sure he deserves 50-50. I don't like that.
Right. But yeah,
you know what? That's how AJ should play it. It's like, look, I don't know. Let's don't give up everything that's on your side. Don't say, the winner gets 50-50. Like, look, we don't know that. Let them fight, and we'll take care of business when the fight's over. Because you don't want to just write out straight off the bat, the winner gets 50-50.
Look,
well,
the thing is,
like
Joshua,
the Stu said, though, if he does knock out Fury, I think he deserves 50-50.
Yeah, I do. And let's be real.
Exactly. Absolutely. Then it's a 50-50 fight.
I mean, last year he was on this show saying that Wilder was basically not a very big name in his own country. But I've seen that change after the Fury fight. I think he's getting bigger and bigger, and this is just propelled to a next level. This is huge. And
we have to see the pay-per-view numbers.
I've been around a while now. I've seen build-ups to the best fights in history. I've seen most of them, and this has got that. It's up there with the best. I'm telling you, the whole thing. I mean, look at the weigh-in. I mean, it's fucking thousands there.
So you're suspecting that it's going to sell a lot, Stu, over 1 million?
Yeah, I can't see why not. I can't see why not. And then when you put I think it could do nearly that in the UK as well at 4:00 in the morning. So, yeah, Frank Warren was talking about this fight making 100 million in revenue, which is very good. This is not some rich Arab getting some pocket money out and paying Joshua 85 million for a fight. This is the revenue they're talking about, where fans have actually brought this money to it, and that's a whole different game than getting paid by some sheik. So yeah.
Hey, Stu, that place they were getting weighed in seemed packed, man, and it seemed like there was a lot of Fury fans.
Hey, WWE that helped Fury also.
Yeah, yeah, man, that did.
This is huge. That's what I'm saying. What I've seen of the last 6 months, I think Tyson Fury has become a bigger name in the UK than Anthony Joshua. I know it's hard to believe for some of these Joshua fan girls. They're going to be going out of their minds as they listen to this, but it's the truth. Fury is big news now. He's, like I said, I know, but they've got their own reality TV show over here now. John Fury was on the Good Morning show the other day. That's just his fucking dad. Everywhere I go, the Furies are there. The guy is becoming bigger than Joshua, if not already bigger than Joshua.
In a way, though, the way it's going to be packed, because those guys that took flights over there, like the British people or the guys from the UK, they got to go because they're just there. Like Americans, they don't have to show up to like the day of the fight. So, yeah, of course, there's going to be a lot of people from England there.
Yeah, like they got no other. The Americans have done a great job of promoting this fight in America. I've called them out many times for slacking, and and that's a problem. That's why there's a lot of good American fighters that nobody knows, because they were lacking in some of the promotion skills. But this one, they've put everything into it, and it's just been a fucking fantastic build-up. There's so much to watch on the build-up to this fight, and a lot of it comes from America. So that's what makes big stars, when you put into the the build-ups and stuff, and promote this fight, and they've done a very good job. So this fight could easily do over $1 million. I wouldn't be surprised if it does 1.3, 1.
And he moved here too, right? Like he lives here now. He bought a house in California. Or
No, he
something,
stays there.
right?
He goes there for training camps only. If you're fighting 2 times a year, then you're going to be there for like 6 months at a time, aren't you?
Right. So it's better to instead of paying a hotel, right? Buy a house.
Look.
So
Like I
how's
said,
he doing for the WWE? Does he fly back home or does he stay?
No, I don't. Well, let's be real. After fighting Wilder, you're going to want to go home and have a rest, do you? Let's be real.
No, because he does WWE in the United States, right?
Yeah, I know, but he's not going to stay. He's going to go home for a bit, I should think, and recharge the batteries. But let's get the fight out of the way. Let's not worry about that. I don't care where he goes after the fight. I just want him to win. And yeah, it's like I said, it's a
Bora Bora.
This fight has just been. It's just got that little extra something special. The whole build-up, the fact that we've seen it before. It was exciting. 2 different styles. You got UK with the US, 2 best heavyweights in the world. It just don't get bigger than this. If you can't get up for this, then you've got no business being a boxing fan. You just go watch baseball or fucking golf or something.
Well said. Recognize, are you there? He left. Damn. Guys, look at the picture. What do you guys think about this? Recognize. Look at the picture.
Yes.
You wanted to see what he looked like?
Yeah, no, I saw it.
Okay.
He's in good shape like that. He's better off to me being that kind of weight. Number 1, to absorb punches. Number 2, to be more effective. I mean, I'm saying to myself, this guy's 6'7". I mean, I don't know why he's been coming in so light the last like fucking 6 or 7 fights.
PDs.
But if he's worried about stamina, I'm like, dude, you're 6'7". Even 230 looks slim on him.
Yeah.
He's probably the type of person that it'll take like 245 pounds.
Recognize.
For him to be sluggish.
If Wilder was training to be a bodybuilder, he'd be fucking huge, wouldn't he?
Oh hell yeah, definitely. I mean, when you
the shoulders, if you look at his back, his back span and his shoulder, he would be massive if he was. Like I said, I just still think that weight he's put on is muscle.
Yeah,
and you've seen with Joshua, right? How different he looked when he took a bit of that muscle off. Some fighters are just. I believe that heavyweight division now. I believe that 15.5 stone is about just probably a little bit over that. Is probably the max he should be at. Especially a guy like Wilder. I can understand Fury at 6'9" with a flabby sort of physique. I can understand him being there, but Wilder to be at his best, I think he's got to be around. He's got to be. I think 215 would be perfect weight for Wilder.
But for bodybuilding, those two between Joshua and Wilder, or Joshua would destroy him. He's got natural, huge round belly.
Joshua's a freak of nature, though.
He would be because of his eye. He's more of an endomorph, mesomorph, where Wilder's like the pure mesomorph. But with like most mesomorphs, his legs would betray him. He would look like a freak on stage.
I've got mates, right, that fucking they don't live healthy, right? They don't live healthy. They live off microwave meals and stuff like that. Smoke weed and all sorts of drink fucking out. But yet they'll fucking take their top and they're like built like machines. Just some guys are just natural. They're not even exercising, but they're just built like machines. Some guys are just naturally big, and Josh has that. And then when we put all the training he puts in, and then a sneaky little few injections here and there, you've got a monster on your hands, haven't you?
Right? Yeah, no, he could. He could be a professional bodybuilder. Like he's got big legs. He's got thick Dorian. Well, my favorite. Another thing with the UK, my favorite all-time bodybuilder ever is Dorian Yates, hands down, from Birmingham.
Is it true that Arnold Schwarzenegger, like his strong suit wasn't his legs, but that he got
they were
implants
terrible.
on his
calves? Look at any picture of him when he was 17 years or younger. Weeder met him when he was 16, and he would take pictures. He was always standing in water, like he would stand in a pond. He'd be up to his calves were terrible.
His pecs were. I thought, his pecs is strongest point.
Oh yeah, without a doubt, his pecs. He had what he claimed he was able to do it. Most scientists say it's. I felt it worked a little, but he would do these called the chest, like you take it, lay across the back, across a regular bench that's laying in front of the dumbbell rack, and he would lay his back across it vertically, and then he would take a heavy dumbbell and he would stretch it all the way back, and you would feel your rib cage expand. He would do that with 180 pound, 100 and 200 pound dumbbells, and he said that's what gave him that huge rib cage, and then stacked, and of course all
thing is, though,
incline.
Jimmy, some of them Mr. Olympias, I don't think there's a couple of them he didn't deserve.
I think Sergio Oliver should have beat him one year.
Yeah.
Sergio Oliveira fucking got the greatest arms ever, but
I think with Arnie though, because
for muscle
I think with
densness,
muscle looks bigger on a tall man. I think with Arnie,
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, I think with Arnie, because when you get a guy
Wheeler,
that's short, it just doesn't look right when it's short and messy. It just doesn't look. Arnie was a tall guy for that sort of bodybuilders, and he looked better, didn't he? He just had a better physique.
Exactly, especially back then. Everybody else most of the guys like Frank Columbo, they're all Frank Zane. Frank Zane had that aesthetic body, but for overall, I think the greatest of all time. I'll always go to it when you talk about thickness and fiber. Like when his back pose, his back it was like 6 inches in off his spine, and you could see every fiber. And Dorian Yates, the white guy from Birmingham, England, by far the greatest heavyweight fucking bodybuilder in history.
Dorian Yates.
Without a doubt, hands down, greatest bodybuilder ever. Nobody with his cat, dude, and an intellectual cat too, man. I've grown fucking a lot more respect for him now. You know what I mean? Too, even after you hear interviews him, listen to him on Joe Rogan. I was like, wow, man, I like you even more now. But yeah, he was always
Dorian took it. The thing is, that Dorian's training, he took it to the crunk gym. He weren't in some fucking posh Las Vegas gym with all the reporters and the girls hanging onto his nuts. He took it to the fucking trenches with his training. I mean,
and he owned the gym too. He was very particular who he'd let in. You couldn't just go in his gym, and if you did, you better train.
My point is, obviously, he wasn't training in the crunk, but he took it to that sort of training gym. You know, the old school fucking.
Oh, his gym was famous.
These scummy places that were old school would smell of sweat. And
he was known for his lats, right? For his
lats. Oh, dude, he was known. Dude, he was known for his calves, his side, his pose. Like he would do that side, like just his fucking pop, his fucking tricep with his calf shot try. A calf in the tri shot is one of the hardest. Like you can't hide flaws there. No, he was nuts. He brought it to when I read about his diet, and he did everything. Like he started out, all your best bodybuilders start out as powerlifters. So they have that dense base there, and he just learned to manipulate. And he did crazy, but he pays for it now. Like he tore his pec right off his chest, rolled up like a fucking window, like a fucking shade.
But this
Wilder could have become a bodybuilder.
But this is the thing, though. This is where you have to separate that shit from boxing, because that is the worst physique to have as a professional boxer.
Look at Joshua.
You cannot be
terrible.
Joshua. I tell you what, the shape Joshua come in against Ruiz in the first fight was actually embarrassing. All that was a Photoshop opportunity for Joshua to get his pecs out to the American public. It was cringe.
It was an underwear commercial.
He deserved to get knocked out for coming out looking like that. It was ridiculous. I mean, he was just far too big. And then, let's be real, he took the fight lightly. It just left a bad taste in my mouth, that did. And, and the shape he was in the second fight was I think the prime fighting weight for Joshua. He could even go down a few more pounds, because I think
the day before the fight, he was doing live Instagram feed commercials. 24 hours before the fight, he was sitting there.
I mean, it got to the stage where he was just putting muscle on. After every fight, he was getting bigger and bigger and bigger. It's like one of these, like I said, these bodybuilding fanatics.
He was suffering a male anorexia.
A lot of bodybuilders.
Everybody.
Well, the thing with bodybuilders, the reason why they get ridiculously big is because they're never satisfied with their size. They'll be huge, but look in the mirror and see a small guy, and that's what
all the time, dude. You're 100% right. You're 1,000,000% right. Still, that's true, and every bodybuilder will tell you that. You look in the mirror, and it's like you see it's reverse anorexia.
Yeah, and Joshua had that. Yeah, that's right. Exactly the same sort of thing. But Joshua had that mindset thing. This is a guy that's training outside offices where he knows loads of women are going to be fucking looking out the window. This guy's a poser, right? And that's a true story. So
no, he is.
This guy,
He's like
he suffers from that like fucking vanity syndrome. Like it's got to
Dude,
be.
think about it. Imagine being 6'3", dude, handsome, 28-year-old, multi-millionaire, looking like a fucking jack, dude, walking around the gym, all the eyes on, dude. Of course, right? And again, he probably got into it, shaping his body, realizing it becomes a mental thing. It really does. It becomes a sickness. Actually,
You kind of become like a little too stuck on yourself in that sense.
It's the most narcissistic thing you could ever do. Become a bodybuilder. The most
I think my point was
narcissistic thing you could ever do.
my point was
was one.
bringing Joshua up. I think that's that he got mixed up what he really was. He thought he was a bodybuilder instead of a fighter at the end of the day. For me, I mean, that's how he was training. That's how he was getting bigger and bigger and bigger. I mean, that's not the size you should be fighting at. It's never been good for a fight to carry too much muscle. Every time you see big guys with loads of muscle in there, they usually get their ass whooped.
Put it this way, dude, I was in the bodybuilding. If I was to train somebody, I wouldn't even want him to use weights. You can do everything you need with just plates and dumbbells and shit. You don't need to go near bench pressing and all that other crap, squatting.
Pull-ups.
Pull-ups, exactly. You want to do your own body. You want to do push-ups between the chairs, pull-ups, run stairs, run hills, in water, run in water. You just want fucking spurts of natural energy. You don't need much. Like you're saying, for what? That's all for show. You don't need that. And he did. He did the right thing, though. He carved it off.
Yeah. Like I said, I think, like I said, with this extra weight Wilder's put on, yes, he looks fantastic. Let's be real, Wilder's always in good shape. I've never seen Wilder out of shape. He's always in tremendous shape. You know he's going to come in there to win. He's not going to fall over at the first sight of a good punch hitting him. He's going to come to win, and he's going to put it all on the line. But is he going to slow down later rounds? Is that weight going to tell? Is he going to be that fraction bit slower when he's throwing that right hand, and it gives Fury the opportunity to get out of the way? You know, let's be real, because it's the speed of Wilder's shots that causes the damage, really. I mean, a lot of these fighters see it coming, they just can't get out the fucking way of it. They're almost quick, innit? So
I got to ask about this fight, too. With this down? Now, how I have the craziest pick with picking Fury by fourth round, right, by stoppage. But if he's saying he wants to stop by the second, and if everybody agrees that he's going to have to do it when he's freshest, I would think
you have
that
to go for it.
Right? I mean, so going by that mindset and believing in him, if he can do it, you know what I mean? And he's shown me he can come back from drugs and alcohol. And to come back from that, dude, if you can come back from that, you can come back from anything. So I think it's really not be that big of a surprise if either one of them get put out.
Yeah, this weight, like I said, this weight's going to mean absolutely zero if Fury fights on the back foot and lets Wilder fight at a slow pace. This is the thing, because Wilder has always been able to fight at his pace. And that's why he does 12 rounds. Well, he doesn't do 12 rounds very often, but he can do it quite comfortably. We've seen that in the first Fury fight. But if you put it on him, like I said, and make him work, I think that's the way you beat Wilder. You know,
Fury's got to be real careful because he can do that, Stu. But I've noticed that Deontay Wilder usually attacks his opponents when the clapper goes off. Because if that opponent wants to rally back, by then you got the bell go off and you get the minute in between. So he's only willing to risk when he knows he's got a few seconds left, and that's how he's been able to take guys out. That's why Luis Ortiz, yes.
Wilder's never had to fight in the trenches, right? Wilder's never once have you seen Wilder in the trenches. Maybe the Ortiz, the first fight, but Ortiz just too old, just didn't have enough in him to get him out of there. And Wilder showed incredible heart. Let's not pretend he didn't. You know, Wilder, you know, he showed me that night that he's got a big heart, and it's going to take a good man to beat him. But no one ever, even in the Fury first fight, Fury didn't put it on him. He did it in bursts. You know, you've got to. I'm not saying stroll forward with your chin down and fly into one of his right hands. I'm not saying that. I'm not fucking down. I mean, you know, you've got to work your way in, an educated way, without getting caught. Of course you have. But there's ways inside Wilder. But then when you get in, that's when you do well. I mean, I just don't get all this nonsense about do the same things as you did last time. What, nearly? Yeah, you nearly got fucking killed in the 12th round. What, you want to do that again? I keep hearing Ben Davison is still rambling on BT about this game plan that he fucking came up with. Yeah, should do the same things. Yeah, just to make you look good. Let's be real. Tyson Fury has said it himself. Just go and watch the interview. I've been saying this for months. Fury repeated what I said months ago. That it didn't work the first time. Because the draw will tell you, it's all right, you could have won it on the cards, but let's be real. It wasn't a convincing enough performance for me to start shouting robbery. Just wasn't. I think Fury won the fight, but I'm not bitter over the draw because Fury caused that himself by prancing around with his hands down in the 12th round against the most dangerous puncher in the division. So he deserved that. And like I said, fighting at that range for 36 minutes is suicide. So Fury has to obviously educate. And Fury's that's a smart boxer, very high IQ. I'm sure Fury can get inside Wilder. Wilder's very jitterish. You know, you faint and he's all over the place. And that's Fury's a fainter, isn't he? That's all he fucking does.
You know, something Fury said to me, said, you know, during the interviews that made me say, whoa, that's not a good sign. So he said when he got dropped in the last round, he said he doesn't remember feeling anything. Okay. That means that means your lights got knocked out a little bit because look, if anybody's ever been in a fight and somebody like you can get your lights put out, but not completely like out. In other words, you get hit, you see stars, but you don't remember anything. You don't remember that punch and the damage it did. That means you were very close to getting knocked the fuck out.
Yeah, the thing is recognised though. So I've seen fighters that have actually took one, gone out cold, then took another one, and it's woken back up again. I think that's what happened.
Yeah, that could have happened too. Yeah.
I think the fucking left hook actually woke him back out of his coma.
Hey, Stu. One time I got jumped.
When he hit the canvas.
One time I got jumped by a group of guys. One dude put my lights out. The other guy hit me. I woke up. I hit the floor. Some guy throws like a kick. And luckily for me, there was a space in between the group. So when he kicked me, he lifts my body, and I just ran. He wasn't like I'm a fast runner. I
bet you was like,
but he knocked me out. Whoever hit me, right? Because it was like 6 or 7 of them.
I bet recognized was like I bet recognized was like fucking prime Michael Johnson, weren't you? Like fucking Ram Forrest.
And the thing is, Stu, I've always naturally been a fast person. I'm very fast. So
and let's be real, when you've got a group of men chasing you find that extra half a second.
These motherfuckers were savages, boy. They were just on me.
Jack Reese mentioned in his interview when he saw Fury go down that he noticed that one of his legs, I don't know if it was the ball of his foot, was raised. In other words, his foot wasn't limp, and that's why he allowed him, gave him the time to recover. Because
do you know what bothers me about Wilder? Though?
Yeah.
Sorry, Gonzalo, I thought you'd stop. Do you know what bothers me about Wilder? The 2 fights that he hasn't got stoppages in, both of them he's made excuses about in.
Yeah. He's becoming like Triple G. He has a flu in every fight now.
Yeah. I mean, fucking Triple G's had more colds than Triple G's had more colds than Tom Hanks in Philadelphia.
Like, dude,
you officially threw him under the bus. Recognize Triple G?
No, I'm not throwing Triple G under the bus. That's my dude.
Not yet.
No, hell no. I'm not jumping. I'm not jumping off the ship. That's one of my favorite fighters of all time, man.
Yeah.
But he does make a lot of fucking. But Gonzalo, you have to admit, like, come on, you've had a flu for the last 7 fights. Like, you're dying, bro.
Let's be real. The only flu he's got is Colombian flu. Fucking sniffing away with fucking Abel in Big Bear.
Yeah, but maybe all that time up in the snow, in the ice.
Maybe that's why he cut Abel. You know, he said, "Fuck this. I can't hang out with Abel. He's turning me into a drug addict." What? Adrian Broner arrested at Wilder's. Why? Why would he, what the fuck this idiot got arrested for?
No, Broner. He's probably trying to rob someone or something. You know what Broner's.
This guy's got to be the stupidest person, man. Like, I hate people like him. Like, this is a guy who has opportunities, and he thinks this is cool. He's 30. Like, dude, you're 30 years old. You don't look cool anymore getting arrested all the time.
He's a big baby, isn't he? And let's be real, this guy as well, right? He's a father, isn't he? Of like, he's got 8 kids.
6 or 7 kids.
Yeah, you know, this guy, when's he going to grow up? What, you know, he should be, you know, he's a world-class fighter. Say what you like, he is a world-class. He should, you know, he should want his sons and his kids to be proud of him. I mean, if I had Broner's talent, man, my kids would be fucking, they'd be well proud of me. But this guy, because I won't behave like that as well. I'd like behave in a way a champion should behave. But this fucking, he's a clown. They've just got no respect for him, and he's an embarrassment.
Yeah,
I think there's mental health issues going on with Broner. You know, I just don't think this is normal behavior.
No, that's mental health issues, yeah. Because even if you started off and you think like you're in control of it, you think it's cute or whatever, after a while, like you're doing the same thing in this, and you're just looking bad, man. You're looking real bad. So yeah, this mental health issues to continue to do the same thing.
I honestly believe that fucking Madonna might have punched him into bipolar or something. You know, I just.
Who? Maidana, yeah, Maidana.
I think Maidana, yeah, he hits him that hard. He's got bipolar now because the fucking guy is.
Hey, an ass whipping like that. I always remember how he walked out of the ring. Yeah, it could definitely have an effect on you. I mean, look,
yeah,
he puts up pretty tough fights, even in the Maidana fight. But maybe like since then he's just been cracking. You know.
Look,
Broner
turns up for the paycheck. He doesn't care about legacy. He doesn't care about wins. You've seen that. The work rate he puts in when he's in a fight. I mean, he comes to survive, and he'll throw a little few bursts here and there. Look pretty doing it. You get 50% out of Broner. Listen, I think if Adrian Broner had, say, Floyd Mayweather's work ethic and his will to win, he would be a real top talent, Broner, because there's no doubt this guy can. But you need a bit more. You need more than talent in boxing. You fucking need more than that, and Broner just doesn't have the rest. And let's be real, this guy is going to end up doing 20, 25 years. I can guarantee it. Don't be surprised. You can take that to the bank. There's going to be a time when he's going to do something so stupid. There's going to be no way his
let me tell you something.
Status will get him out of it.
That behavior, and I'm telling people this, and they'd be like, come on, you're being harsh. I'm like, no. That's a preferred lifestyle. That's not like, no, he prefers to live this way. It's living on impulse, making stupid decisions, gratification right now. That's a preferred lifestyle because he has options, all right? A lot of guys live that lifestyle. Even everybody has options. Okay, let's be honest. We all have options of like doing certain things that we want to do, and that is something that he's addicted to. You know, having kids from different women, making a fool out of himself.
Listen, look, when you look, even men look at when you see a guy that's got 5, 6 different women, kids from women. You don't sit and think, yeah, top man. You think, what a fucking degenerate. You know, and that's what I see. I don't care how much money he's got. He's a degenerate for fucking breeding up all these different women. And I just don't. I mean, half of these guys that do it ain't got a fucking 2 pences to rub together, and the state are paying for them. That's what makes me even more angrier. But at least with Broner, he can fund his own kids. But I just don't like that. I like to see fighters settled down, married. You know, Tyson Fury's got 5 kids, but with the same woman. He's the only woman he's ever been with, I think.
Yeah.
You know,
if you're gonna have them, look, I'm not one to talk, but you know, I didn't go. Look, I'm a much older man than fucking Adrian Broner, and he has more kids than me. He has more kids.
Look, I've got 4 from 3 different women, right? But all like 3 of them women. No, but all 3. I'm a lot older than Broner for a start. All 3 of them, and plus 2 of them are twins. So that don't really count. That's just one
that
hit.
Doesn't count.
Yeah, I got 2 home runs with 1 hit, sort of thing. With that one,
you're the grand slam.
You know, fucking stitched up with that one, didn't I? But every one of them girls I was with, sort of thing. Broner's knocking at these girls at one night stands and stuff, you know.
Yeah,
and
that's what he's doing. No, exactly.
And these
what you
girls,
said.
right? These girls are going to take every penny that he's earned. What an idiot, man! Because they'll take him to court, and you know the way the judges and the way these fucking social justice warriors will jump on it. Broner will lose in court, and he'll have to pay out all this money. And look, he earns his money. It's hard graft boxing, and he's going to be giving it away to these one night stands.
And when it comes to the SJW, I'm sorry, black dudes, you take a back seat to the black woman. I'm telling you right now, they will. If they take you to court, she is going to win. She's going to beat you.
The feds are investigating Broner, but they don't have a solid case yet to arrest him because his name appear on paper involved in like some shady dealings with some drug dealers. But they haven't compiled all the evidence they need. But they're watching them. They're watching them.
That's what's going on. Yeah. Yeah. And if they picked him up and arrested him, they must have got something. That doesn't sound. If it's the feds, I'm telling you right now, it's never happened to me, but I know friends that I know guys that it happened to them. My boy did 5 years federal time for picking up the phone and saying, "I got you." That's it.
Yeah,
got you. He did 5 years for that.
Yeah, exactly.
That's the only evidence they had. I got you.
Look, Broner, right? I can tell you now, Broner is going to go down the same road as Takeshi 69, whatever his name is. He's going to end up getting in gang shit, right? He's going to be out of his depth, and he's going to be arrested for some crime that he's looking at 20-odd years, and he's going to be a rat bastard. He's going to be the black Sammy the Bull. He's going to be the black Sammy the Bull Gravano, and Broner's going to go. Well, he's going to have to be protected.
He's going to be the black
living next to Henry Hill's wife, because that's the road he's going to go down. Because he's going to get involved with this gang shit, and he's out of his depth with that. You know, this guy's not a gangster, never will be.
Yeah, that's probably what. Look, he's probably made some money, and I guarantee you, there was like some little investments done, like on the streets. It's called flipping. The problem with him, he has no impulse control. He lives on impulse. It's like, you know how you'll say to yourself, you know what, I gotta go to work at this time. Some broad comes, hey, what's up, baby? You know, let's say you fucked her before, and you know your head your head between your legs. It's like saying, let's fuck before you go to work, right? He goes with that. He says, yeah, fuck that. I'm gonna fuck this chick, and then whatever the meeting that I was supposed to go to, they could just wait.
Yeah,
you know what
and
I'm
it's
saying?
like
So it's like
he's
not money over bitches. He's bitches over money.
Yeah,
That's
and
that
he's not a smart. He's not a smart street. He's not a smart street guy because he's popular. And remember when he fought Pacquiao, he was coming out on TV talking about I live this gang life. You know, if they got dirt on him, he exposes himself by not being a silent or quiet street guy.
Look, Broner, right? He just doesn't have a business brain. When he stops boxing, his money is going to disappear very quickly. He's going to be, he's going to be desperate. He's going to get involved with stuff that he shouldn't be getting involved with. That's what's going to happen to Broner. Like I said, go and look at Carl Froch. Carl Froch owns half of Nottingham because he invested in properties. And in the UK, properties are just rising by the day. The man's fucking, he's made for life. And like I said, Broner's made as good, well, I'd say Broner's probably made the same amount of money as Froch. And it's not far out. But look what Froch has got. Broner, he's spending it on hoes and fucking cars and gold chains. And, that's not, these boxers is a short career. You've got to invest your money, Unless you're Floyd Mayweather making 200, unless you're making 200 million or Anthony Josh or Canelo, then you've got to be investing your money.
Yeah, the whole nickname with Adrian Broner is delusional about billions.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's on about billion lira, the old Italian money. which is about fucking what, about $10 or I don't
Or
know.
billion rupees.
Yeah.
Rupees.
Listen, Broner thought all he had to do was copy Floyd Mayweather, and it all come flow into him. Floyd had to fight big names. He had to take big risks. Floyd Mayweather was a lot better fighter than Broner for a start. Floyd Mayweather, he got his brand at the right time. Boxing was, needed stars. Oscar and all the other guys were starting to. Chavez were all getting old, so he came around at the right time, and he fought De La Hoya. And that's what made him the star. But
can you imagine Adrian
every
Broner?
every big fight Broner's been in, he's had his ass whooped.
Yeah. Can you imagine Adrian Broner with his lazy footwork versus Floyd Mayweather or Manny Pacquiao in their prime? Get the fuck out. He would have been open. He would have been an open target, even with that little stupid Philly shell that he does the wrong way a lot of times, especially when you're dealing with two guys who use their feet. They would have fucking destroyed him.
Look, like I said, mate, you need a bit more than talent in boxing. You've got to have the work ethic. You've got to be disciplined, and he hasn't any of that. Look how he blows up in between camps.
Talking about he wants to face Devin Haney at 140.
And he said that he'll fight Devin Haney for $10 million. Like, who's
to
gonna
be
give
fair
you-
though, I think he gives Devin Haney a good fight. I don't think Devin Haney is. I don't think he's as good as people saying he is at the moment. I think he's very green. I think Broner's experience could. With Broner, he could turn up and just do nothing. So you just don't know. But I don't think they're far off when it comes to talent. To be honest with you. I think,
something that's pretty sad on Broner's part, right? Because at this point, Broner should be able to beat Devin Haney.
Yeah.
Maybe Haney in a couple of years from now could beat him if it was. But can you imagine if Devin Haney goes in there and outworks him? I don't think he'll knock him out. But let's just say.
Are you talking at 140 though?
Yeah, at 140.
Yeah, because I don't even know. Broner can't make 140.
He probably can.
Well, you reckon he can?
I don't think so. I don't think he's disciplined enough.
Can't
Now, if you offer him a lot of money because he's blowing through his dough, he might discipline himself just to get the money, and cut down to 140, go in there and fucking be inactive and get outworked.
I think
by the younger, unexperienced fighter.
Yeah, listen. Broner's gonna be too expensive and bring very little to the table. I think Haney should probably go another route. Have a couple of more fights before he gets to the top level. I don't think his last performance proved to me that I think he's not ready for the top level yet.
No, he's not. I know people want to think so. I don't think so, bro. Listen, dude, he's even hesitant to fight Luke Campbell. Now, I'm not saying Luke Campbell's a bad fighter. He's very good. But that should tell you something. It should tell you that there's a belief. Everybody calls out the big dog in their division. This is social media, the world of clout chasing, right? That's what the kids are saying, clout chasing, right? So yeah, I would if I was Devin Haney and I wanted people to start following me on my social media pages, I would probably do the same thing. Yeah, I want to fight. But if Lomachenko came calling,
Haney's got to look at it like this, right? I was calling the Luke Campbell fight months ago. I think that's a perfect fight for him.
So you're breaking up. You're breaking up, man.
There's a lot in it. I think Campbell's done as well. Brilliant.
All right.
And then you can judge his performance.
Stu, you're breaking up. You're breaking up.
Break it up.
Yeah. You sound like a robot. Skynet.
That's just
Not a robot. Cyborg.
What do you get from beating Adrian? Everyone beats Adrian.
You can hear us.
In my eyes, Paulie Malignant.
I have an idea.
So what are you gaining? Paying this guy.
Have I ever done this?
Turner and do nothing and take.
Yeah, Stu, you're breaking up. You're breaking up. All right. Now we got his attention. All right. tomorrow there's gonna be a stream, people. So maybe we should end this one. Mr. BDA will be hosting tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. We will also have a post-fight show. Everybody has to show up. I know we've made crazy predictions, some of us, but hey, gotta show up your face.
I made a good prediction.
I made a good prediction. You know, so let's look at the predictions before we leave here. I mean, we got some people saying, like Josh, he's a caller, I guess. He says Wilder third round stoppage or knockout, and then X called in. Well, he was in the he called in Wilder's second round stoppage. So X, I mean, we know he's fucking crazy, right? And
I'm surprised that X give Fury that long. To be honest with you.
And Jimmy surprised all of us today with a Fury fourth round stoppage. That's right, 4 rounds. So we'll see. Yeah, Stu, I was telling people maybe we should end the show. We need to rest.
Yeah.
We need to rest. Tomorrow's a big day. We have a show.
Well, like I said, I've got a good day of sports tomorrow. The old rugby. I'll be up for the rugby. I might cook myself a good old English breakfast, get up for the rugby, and then just sit through the night and wait for the fight. It's going to be tense. Like I said, I've got that appetite back for big fight nights. You know, this is giving me the kick up the backside I needed because boxing was getting me down. Fucking was depressing. You know?
Yeah, it's like an adrenaline shot.
Yeah, I'm hyped for this fight, man. I'm not gonna lie.
It's like I've just took a fucking big fat line of Colombia's finest, John.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, looking forward to this fight. I mean, praying to God that Tyson Fury can come through. Like I said, it's one of them fights where I'm not confident that he can do it, but I've picked him to win, so I'm going to stick with it. It's like I said, it could go either way, this fight. It's 50-50, man. I mean,
it is.
You know, most fights I can say for most definitely that one guy's going to win because we see a lot of mismatches in boxing, but this is one I just can't call. So, you know, I think I've gone a bit eccentric with my fucking pick, Fury stoppage on the 7th round, only because I believe that Fury's going to come in and fight a different way. And I think if he does what he says he's going to do, I think you're going to see Wilder fall to pieces, and that's when the stoppage can come into play. But yeah, if there's an early knockout, I mean, you got to fancy Wilder.
I don't give a shit.
He's always getting
This is the fucking guy that said he was.
Little fucking trolls. You ain't fucking got that soundbite of me.
That's right.
I'll tell you what, mate. You cannot do anything on this show without a fucking soundbite waiting to be recorded.
I know.
Little fucking trolls.
All right. Guys, we'll see you tomorrow.
Peace.
Rest.
See you tomorrow.
You need rest, people, everybody. But thank you for joining us. All right. We'll see you mañana, cabrones. Where's the fucking song? Oh, don't forget to like, people. Come on. Hit that like button before you leave.
Man.
Leave a like.
Yeah. And buy the fight, you know.
Yeah.
Stop being tight. Get your money out and support these fighters. They're putting it all on the line. We're fucking, you know, sick of duckers and boxing.
That's right. Buy the fight, people. Support the sport of boxing. I will see you tomorrow. Take care.
No, I'm not cool with that. I'm sorry. One more time.
I'm disappointed in everyone of you.
I mean, I'm dealing with degenerate animals.
I'm disappointed in everyone of you. Disappointed in everyone of you.
All right, come on.
Honestly, I can't do it, man.
I'm disappointed in everyone of you.
Let me tell you why.
It's gonna be all right, Nicky. Go ahead. Shoot. He just killed a little fucking man.
What are you going to do about it?
Yeah, because you got nothing. You don't got a thing. Yeah, because you got nothing. Lomito! Got nothing.
I want to get out. I want to get out of this rat hole. I want to get online. I need
BDA Boxing.